Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to the Return to Dragon Quest Swords. I actually haven't even considered what we were doing in the last recording. I'm sure I'll figure it out almost immediately. As soon as I log in, as soon as I look at what I'm doing, I will remember. I'm starting to jog my memory. That's usually due to an outside influence prompting your recollections to come to the surface. No, I'm sort of swimming through the foggy memories of my mind to try and figure out what happened in the last recording. I remember going to the Mirror Realm. I think that was probably the last thing that I did, because I didn't progress beyond the Mirror Realm. I would suspect that I did some story-related stuff after that, which is why I didn't make much progress beyond the Mirror Realm. It sort of feels as if I did the Mirror Realm, but then there was a lot of other stuff going on afterwards, but it didn't entail the challenging of a new location, so therefore, I can assume there was some story crap going on. Let me just get my chat up. I've had a big meal since my last recording, and indeed, I have another beverage organised. Oh, go away, bloody Twitch advertisements. The beverage today is actually gin. Managed to find a bottle of Japanese gin. It is Japanese small batch gin. It says handcrafted. On the bottom it says Crafto. So, it says Craft Gin, Crafto Gin on the bottom. Hoshi, obviously meaning star in Japanese. Distilled in Japan, bottled in the Netherlands for Kirke Grier Spirits. That's interesting. So I suppose it is primarily distributed in Europe. It's so funny because because in Australia, where I live, we're actually quite geographically close to Japan. It's kind of interesting to think that it's gone all the way to the Netherlands and then back to Australia. I understand why. In terms of the manufacturing process, that's necessary and acceptable, but oh god, this is actually really difficult to get. Just to be clear, when you've got like a cap like this is really terrible for corking because you don't have a very comfortable leverage to uncork it. They've gone with an almost screw top for the cork, but really it just doesn't work at all. At least not for me. Got a nosing glass. Very nice aroma. Yeah, not too bad. The thing with gin is it's quite subtle, rather understated. So it can take some time for all of the flavours to make their way through one's palate. That's quite good. That's quite balanced. I like that. I don't think I've ever seen a comment like that before. Just to make it very clear for my VOD viewers, I occasionally get bot comments, usually offering me, like, I don't know, discounts on cheap views and stuff like this. But I just got a message saying, anyone got $10? I'll pay them back on Monday by Cash App, and there's like a crying emoji. What kind of scam is that? That's not even a scam. That's just downright begging. I don't think you would get any money out of that. Surely not. Surely not. I don't think that's possible. The thing with the scam is that the strategy has to at least work for some people, but I don't think that's going to yield any success. The idea is you need to trick people into giving you money, not beg for money on the internet. If begging for money on the internet worked, I can assure you, you'd see a lot more of it. Anyway, here we are in Dragon Quest Swords. Let's check out our current progress. We've got the Thunderbolt Blade. We've got this shield, which, as I say, probably won't need to be upgraded for some time. I mentioned in the previous video that we may want to upgrade it to the Ogre Shield for the actual endgame, but we're not going to need the Oak Shield for a while. We've got some upgraded headgear which we got in the previous recording, I believe, and also acquired in the previous recording, we've got this accessory here. Oh no, I don't mean the hot tub section. There's obviously a lot of begging for money in that sort of environment, but no. As far as comments in Twitch, like just genuinely asking for money, that's a little bit odd. It looks like we've had a complete change to the list of wares this guy sells. So this is the Ogre Shield here. You can see that that is considerably better than what we have already. The durability points actually mean quite a lot. Just as you go up by 1, you get noticeably better durability. So from 4 to 6, that's pretty significant. We've got the Dragon Mail. I think this is the best mail that you can get before the liquid metal armor. As for whether or not it's worth spending 10,000 gold on it, can't really say. It's probably best for elemental reduction, or elemental damage reduction. As I recall, the liquid metal armor is 100 defense and reduces physical damage by 30%. So maybe if you're going up against an enemy that mostly deals elemental damage, this could actually wind up being better than the liquid metal armor. I really don't know. I don't know how the defense stat, in other words, what is marked as 75 for the Dragon Mail, I don't know how that actually affects, if at all, elemental damage. Probably not at all. I could be wrong, but no, it must affect it. Otherwise that would be ridiculous, wouldn't it? It must affect it. I'm not sure. The Great Helm at 32 defense points is probably the strongest helmet, because I can't remember there being a better one. There's no liquid metal helmet that I can remember. This is one of the most ridiculous comments I've ever seen. This is either an AI or an idiot. We've got, he says, "I'm not a bot, I just need money for the bus," crying face. "My friends aren't answering, so I didn't know where else to go," crying face. Mate, just get on the bus for free. Just, like, fucking muscle your way onto that bus. Or just, you know, contrive an explanation for why you can't pay for your bus fare. I don't know, like, whatever you can think of to get on the bus. Better than asking on Twitch, mate. And I'm obviously indulging you unnecessarily. You're clearly not actually getting money for the bus, and you're probably not even a human being, to be honest. But anyway, okay. Thank you for the Trappist beer suggestions, says Magnum. Well, happy to have recommended those. A Trappist beer, it's tradition, isn't it? They've been brewed for a long time, they're very, very good, and I guess the only prohibitive aspect to a Trappist beer would be the price. You know, you have to spend a lot of money, but it's good. Really good beer. Well, depends where you are in the world, actually, as far as the price. Here in Australia, no, you have to spend quite a bit of money, but if you're in Europe, you can get a Trappist beer for not much money at all. Or just a good Belgian or German beer in general. You can get it quite cheap. So, yeah, one of the downsides to being in Australia is that we have really shit beer locally. So, well, that's not true. We have some nice craft beer, but as far as turning up in a pub, you're not going to get good stuff on tap. That's just a fact. Alright. So, nothing to purchase here just yet. We don't have much gold to our name. And I think I will be prioritizing the upgrading of my sword. Because really, like, we don't need much better than what we've got. Alright. So, I may actually go to the Mirror Realm again. I think I need to recover my pride. I was left rather abased by my terrible performance in the previous recording. And I think this is the way I want to go, isn't it? Yeah. Because I think I need to request access to the Tower of Mirrors, and then I can choose to either go there or to the Mirror Realm. So, let's give it a try. There is definitely a technique to it. It was something that I had in the past mastered, but have since completely forgotten how to do well. I've technically had a warm-up in the previous recording, the previous attempt, but Yeah, for fuck's sake, I just want to access the Mirror Realm if you wouldn't mind. Surely the power of the Rorim Mask, etc., etc. I'm not interested in this information. I'm trying to access the Mirror Realm. Why do you make it so difficult for me? Can I now actually warp to it from the gate? Or is there a story-related reason as to why I can't access the Mirror Realm right now? Oh, that's right, there is a story-related reason. I need to speak to Swordmaster Dao. Let's do that now. This guy says, I'm not an AI, I've been following you for a while. So, quite extraordinarily, I've had an actual human being who has followed me for a while come onto my live stream and ask for money for the bus. With crying emoji faces. This is honestly incredible, but, you know, nothing against you personally. There might be a reason as to why you're coming onto Twitch and asking for money without it being a joke or a scam, but just take it from me. A, don't do it. B, if you need money for the bus, there are definitely better solutions. My god. Ah, Link, I've been expecting you. For the rarest news travels most swiftly. But what is this foolishness? Why have you failed to arm yourself with the Red Nusadna blade? I'll tell you why. It's weaker than what I've already got. That's why. It's not foolishness, it's practicality. It's pragmatism.
Ah, you have come. I have been expecting you. For the rarest news travels most swiftly.
He's decided to actually be voice acted now.
Yes, the Rorim sword, Red Nusadna. Few command the spirit centered enough to wield it. Red Nusadna is a blade steeped in legend. It is said that he who masters the sword's hidden technique shall rend land and sea asunder to fell a great evil. If my memory serves me, that technique is called the Figure of Fate.
I remember that now. I'd completely forgotten about that Master Stroke.
You must understand that the way of the sword is infinite. Now, make your spirit one with this blade and master its secrets.
He is actually gesticulating at me now. The Figure of Fate, Master Stroke, is actually required to access the next area. It's actually used to basically do a Moses on the lava. If you don't know what I mean by saying that, you'll work it out. I think we're going to do it now. Yeah, here we go. This is not good. There is a serious arm movement required for this Master Stroke. I'll do my best. Oh, apparently I can do it quite tight. You don't... If you're watching our character there, swinging his whole arm and like leaning his entire body into every swing, I'd like to think that what you've just seen from me now is a demonstration of the fact that you don't need to do that in order to perform this Master Stroke. So please don't do that. That's ridiculous. You can literally just do some tight circles like so, and that will, well, I don't know if they're circles, loops, yeah. Some tight loops, and that will do it.
It is a technique of great power. Power enough to challenge Xiphos. You are ready. The Figure of Fate is now your servant. Call upon it when you wish to cut a path to the domain of the Evil One. But before you leave, remember, a wise son shares what he has learned with his father.
He's basically hinting that to progress the story, we need to speak to Claymore. It is important that you pay attention to these lines of dialogue if you want to actually proceed through the game. I don't know where Claymore is, but I'm assuming he's at home. I think how it works, yeah, I think we must be actually progressing to the next location now. I would prefer to do the Mirror Realm again before we do it. Because I think I can actually upgrade my sword, I just need more gold for it. I'm almost certain that I checked this in the previous video, but let me just familiarize myself once again with what's needed. Alright, oh no, No, I already upgraded this with what I had. I think I need another material that I haven't yet acquired in order to forge this. Yeah, so I have everything I need almost. But I need this thing, and perhaps I get it from... Do you know what? Let's not go to the Mirror Realm just yet. Let's follow the story. Because we may very well get this item. I think it's a gold bar. I think that's what it is. I think if we get a gold bar, or rather, I think if we complete the next location, we will get the gold bar that we need to forge this weapon. There is our father. So you've managed to get to grips with that sword, have you, lad? Then we'd best get a move on over to that sea of lava. It's about time Xiphos was taught a lesson, eh? The way to get there will be through Galentine Glades, so we'd best head in that direction first. I forgot about that. I don't know if you remember when we were going through Galentine Glades previously. I was talking about one direction being for later, and the other direction being where we wanted to go at that time. Well, this is the other direction that is relevant for later. Later is now the present. Yes, I am off to tackle the Sea of Lava. Alright, so the Sea of Lava has reached Galentine Glades, and we're going to access Xiphos' domain, or at least the start of Xiphos' domain, by going to Galentine Glades. You can see it's quite closely bordering the lava. That is the Sea of Lava. Essentially, this lava area, this lava field is what it's officially called, is going to be an area of its own. And we're going to Galentine Glades to get there. I don't really think it's worth upturning any of this. Oh, I got a mini medal. Never mind. It was worth doing that. I'm not going to continue, though. We're going through this area with Red Nusadna, keep in mind. There's something relating to the use of Red Nusadna in the next location that is important. And it is that you are not required to use it. You will have noticed by this point, I think, that Red Nusadna is not actually our strongest weapon. I believe we're required to depart to Galentine Glades using this sword. But we actually don't have to go through the Red Sea or the Sea of Lava, whatever they're calling it, with Red Nusadna. We just need it to get there, if that makes sense. There is an opportunity for us to change our weapons, and I will reveal it to you once we get there. My console was actually struggling to render that, if you hadn't noticed. Ooh. Need to try a little bit harder with my timing. Not my timing, sorry, my aim. We'll see what sort of rank we get for Galentine Glades here. I'm feeling rather emboldened at the moment. Let's go for an X rank. You reckon we can do it? I think we can. I was considering sizzing these guys just to speed it up, but no, I don't think that's necessary. I don't know where my confidence has come from today, but ooh, almost need to sizz the fuck out of you guys, otherwise I'm not going to get an X rank. Goodbye. Because keep in mind, we need to make sure that all enemies are killed. I might sizz you as well. I just don't want a situation where any enemies are running away. That would not be acceptable. Look at him ruining my hit chain in a way that I couldn't possibly foresee. So I'm not going to get 100% accuracy, which might mean that I have just failed to get an X rank. Definitely going for a high S rank though. Hello. Got some replenish shield powder for that. Oh, for goodness sake. I think you've done enough of these now. Armless has leveled up. He is keeping a pace with my level, quite frankly. He's at 22 and we're at 25. It's unsurprising, because we've had to, for no choice of our own, depart from the city with other followers in order to progress the story, but for every departure where we've had an option, we have chosen Armless. Oh, killing you. Consider the jellyfish to be a priority. Although it's not that important here. Because we're so high in our damage that... So, okay. What just happened there was connectivity with my Wii remote was just interrupted for no particular reason. As a result, my guard was dropped, and I pressed the B button to try and restore it. But because communications had been interrupted with my Wii remote, pressing the B button did not allow me to bring my shield back up. So that means my guard accuracy is not going to be 100% for this. Which frustrates me. I can accept that, you know, failing to get 100% accuracy could be my fault entirely. I can claim that there was no good reason for me to be unable to hit the enemy previously. Well, I managed to get that. That's alright. That probably would have been a situation where I failed to get my guard break. Sorry, my guard accuracy 100%, but... anyway. What I'm trying to say is that that was not my fault. But... it is what it is. You can see that there is a person in the distance over there. Is that not the most terrifying thing you've ever seen? That's fucking frightening me. Whoa! It's terrible, Link. The forest is burning. The flames are getting closer and closer. I'm getting closer and closer to you as well as I speak. You have to hurry. Take the right-hand path through the woods and stop that sea of lava. Yeah, I'm doing it. Fear not. It is happening. Goodbye. And goodbye. And I think there's another one too. There is literally another two. You have to do a vertical. No, guys. This is horrific. Talk about ruining my score for no good reason. I don't know if we're actually going to be given a score for this, do you know? Because we're not going to be killing that boss from the other times we've gone to Galentine Glades. I'm not waiting for you guys. Oh, apparently I have to wait for you guys. Here I was protesting the fact that you were taking so long to mount your slimes, and turns out I had no choice but to wait. Hello, I'm trying to get this chest. Looks like we can open both of them. Got a mini medal. Wonder how many we have now. $120 gold coins. Here we are at the Sea of Lava. And again, I think our venture through Galentine Glades, because we took the right-hand path, is not going to be rated at all. So I'm glad I didn't take that too seriously. There's lava whirlpools around here. This is quite terrifying. Just to be clear, if they're standing this physically close to the lava, they should be burning to death. But they're not. Because it's a video game.
Really rather terrifying when viewed at close quarters, isn't it?
It is so hot.
Yes.
Unless we can see our way past this lava, we'll never get to Xiphos. We're counting on you now, lad.
The time has come for you to put Redna Sadna to the test. Use the secret technique that Swordmaster Dao taught you.
Very well.
Shy Blade, show us how strong you are.
So now we just need to do that Master Stroke that we did while we were, I don't know, dueling with Swordmaster Dao. Readying Master Stroke. Incidentally, you don't need to be at 100 by the time you get here, but I was at 100. I've obviously got that down pat. Figure of Fate. Now strike. This is actually a pretty cool cutscene, so watch carefully. Yeah. And I guess because magic, or something, the lava will remain parted.
Incredible. I had no idea the Rorim sword was so powerful.
Neither did I.
Now I am certain we can defeat Zyphos.
Bleeding
Just as
heck.
well.
I weren't expecting that. That's a blade and a half, that is.
Now is our chance. We must hasten through the rift in the lava while we still can. Come to Zyphos' castle.
So this is the crucial point that I was mentioning before.
Are you ready, son?
If Red Nusadna is your strongest weapon, select yes. If Red Nusadna is not your strongest weapon, select no.
Aye, you're right. The best move's to head back to town first and make sure we're properly ready. Shall we get on back to Avalonia?
Yes.
Right. Let's get going then.
I'm quite shocked that he's deferring to me to this extent. He's just completely... He has seen his son as the leader, despite the fact that this guy actually has not just seniority over me in terms of age, but also experience. He has fought Zyphos before, he's been through many battles, but goodness gracious, he's basically... he's at my beck and call. I knew it! I heard about you mastering some kind of really powerful technique. Here's hoping it'll do the trick. Yeah, you better hold the fort. This is all for nothing if you fuck up. The Red Sea, that is what it's called. Incidentally, the actual Red Sea does not look like this. I just don't want you to be unsure. Interestingly, I have swum in the Red Sea. It's not that interesting. The Dead Sea, however, that's much more interesting. I would like to say that I've swum in the Dead Sea, but I've only driven past it. Oh. Very good. Getting pretty good experience with these guys. You can attack them as they cartwheel past you. And I think it is expected that that's how you deal with them. Try to do a vertical. Never mind, I'll just do a fucking thrust. I don't know if you're watching me do this, but if you weren't, go back and check. Not for people watching live, because you can't, because Twitch is really good that way. He says sarcastically. But for those of you watching after the fact, check that out. You can probably tell I've fought these guys before. It's like I've played this game before. Alright.
The prince returns.
I really... Look, mate. You have been back for a while. We don't need to be constantly reminded of the fact that you have returned. If it weren't for that comment, I would never have known that you were gone. We actually got a special medicine out of that, which is quite good. Ooh. Okay. So obviously we're going for the best score we can here. But in terms of gathering experience and possibly also the duration of time, ooh, like the length of time that's passing for this location, this is probably going to be... Oh god, what's a word to marry both of those sentences? Or both of those parts of the sentence. This is going to be the most considerable in terms of time spent and also experience acquired. All these guys, they become metallic. You can't actually deal any damage to them when they become metallic, so just shield what they do. Hitting them will not increase your hits either. I almost feel bad hitting you, to be honest. Yeah, goodbye. See, what if I kill you before you can do any of your cartwheels? Your strategy turns to dust before your very eyes. Under those circumstances. I got a medicinal herb, which is quite incredible. I'm happy to fight you, that's fine. Good for my hit chain. Yeah, I'm being patient. Just waiting for you to finish doing whatever you're doing. Actually, I should check to see if thrusting gives you more than one hit in your hit chain. It shouldn't, that wouldn't make sense, but I would not be able to state categorically one way or the other. Oh yeah, that's satisfying. It's quite gross that that guy's calling the other ones, don't you think? No, do you know what's gross about it? It's that the ends of their fingers have these almost, slimy... What's the word that I'm looking for? It's like globs of slime dripping off the ends of their fingers. I just, quite frankly, could go without looking at it. I would happily live my life without having to see it. Okay, well there goes my 100% guard accuracy, thanks. Ooh, yeah, it's well and truly gone now. Combat-wise, definitely the most interactive so far. Definitely. I've probably said it before, but let that be an excellent indication of how disruptive a thrust can be to one's combo. Whether it's thrusting without a focal point, or even thrusting with a focal point, sometimes the very directional nature of it can completely ruin your hit chain. It's very upsetting. Doesn't prevent us, to be honest, from getting a decent hit chain for the final score, but it's definitely hindered us considerably. At least we've reached 100. If that ends up being our highest, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. I believe that's what we need to upgrade our sword. That is a gold bar. I thought that was going to be a reward for beating the location. Turns out, not so. Just gets given to us. I'll take the right. I bet it's the Mimic. Yeah, because we took the left last time and it was the Mimic, so... Turns out that... whoop! That was not well done at all. I'll actually heal myself. Again, no real reason whatsoever. Oh. I think that's what AJ was talking about last time. If we get hit by that, I think it will affect us in some way. It's like a debuff of some kind, I don't know. We've got some replenish shield powder. I can see that part of our shield has already been damaged. I believe the best direction to go in is left. So let's do that. It ultimately doesn't matter that much. We'll go straight ahead next time we go through the Red Sea. Shield you and you. Fortunately, because of how quickly we can move our hand, our wrist, it is quite practical, or quite possible, for us to shield things in the way that we just did there. It seems like a big ask, doesn't it? I shouldn't have been greedy. That's why I didn't attack him last time. Did you see that when we killed the first one, I didn't continue to attack because it's actually quite risky. Holy shit. I'm actually willing to... Okay, Sorry, I got a little bit excited there. When we kill an enemy, it's usually between 100 to 200 experience. That was 10,000 experience from one enemy. we basically accepted a loss of end score. So we have negatively affected our end score to get more experience. That's what we've done, effectively. Because you could see that I was swinging my sword, I was doing all sorts of strange things. I'm not going to use Replenish Shield Powder yet, but it will definitely happen. Without a doubt. I'm really enjoying this, though. I wish more of the game was like this, to be honest. I think the game has a very slow start. I think they made it a little bit too easy to start with. If I could have more interactive adventures, it would be better. Oh, I got Yggdrasil Dew. Now, Yggdrasil Dew is your strongest healing material, or healing item. So, Yggdrasil Leaf will heal a fallen comrade. Yggdrasil Dew, or I think it'll heal you as well. Yggdrasil Dew, sort of bit my tongue there, will fully heal yourself and your ally. So yeah, very useful. Slowly but surely getting to the end. Come on. Ooh. These guys are quite problematic. So you'll remember the other jellyfish. These guys are much more effective at healing than the standard jellyfish. Well, you didn't get much of an opportunity to do anything, did you? Oh no. No, sir. Blocked by a massive boulder? Not a problem for me. Oh no. Link obtains 36 gold coins, and we are now on the final pathway. You can see that is our destination up there, and it's just one straight road from here on. Well, if we're fighting this guy, starting at 69 hit chain, that's pretty good. This guy is an absolute sponge. He's jumping back again. You can see the way in which he's fighting is different to Seeker Seiko. The point being that whatever you've learnt from previous confrontations is not going to help you for this one. Well, no, it's probably still going to help, but anyway. We should be able to eclipse our previous top score for hit chain. You motherfuckers. I'm worried about them ruining my hit chain, to be honest with you. Alright. I don't want this Sizz to damage the dragon, but I have no choice. Why does this guy not have Sizzle yet? Fortunately, Sizz is barely doing anything to the dragon. I want the dragon to have as much health as possible so that I can hit him as much as possible. Ooh. I won't use Replenish Shield Powder yet, but I'm getting pretty close to wanting to use it. Oh, fuck that up quite considerably. I'd better heal myself. So my recommendation would be, unless you're relying on buff, which increases your defense, or Magna Shield, if you're using Unless, just heal. Use all of his magic for healing. Because you never know when you'll be in a situation where you need to rely on your physical... Sorry, your actual healing item, your healing wares. It can happen quite suddenly. Alright, got a monster bone for that. It's not just a monster bone, it's a monster skull. And it's the same monster skull every time. Pretty crazy. Next time we get a part of the shield broken off, we'll definitely use replenish shield powder. But yeah, you can see that if we hadn't upgraded the shield to this point, we wouldn't be in a good position. Oh, I just fucked that up. What was that? 140 something, 150 something hit chain? Oh, he just ran. In one confrontation, I've just seen my score plummet from what it could have been. Not literally plummet, but it's... yeah, I'm going to every place except for where I want to go. Alright. Okay, wipe that fucking smirk off your face. As I always say, our accuracy is still going to be good, but we only get a bonus beyond 80% accuracy. It's either 80% or 100%. If it's between that, doesn't matter. I'm not going to get a better score for 99% than I will for 80%. That's the point. It's rather annoying, but it is a reality. Here's the boss. I think our score will be pretty good. It's not going to be X-rank territory. I have not been playing to X-rank standard, but that's alright. I don't know who's more annoying to listen to, this guy or Minister Misericord. Accidentally tossed the cork away. Wasn't a good idea.
Do not obstruct our path, base creature. We have come to face Xiphos.
Zymoth? Too fast! But Golok, the gatekeeper, keeps the gate in lock. I mean, the lock gated. Oh, I mean, the keep locked. Oh, I mean, I'm gonna eat you all up.
If you're actually playing this game and not showcasing it in the way that I am, would you really sit there and wait for him to say all of that bullshit? You'd just skim through it and go, wow, there's just absolutely no point in allowing this to be vocally performed.
We are not for your degustation.
Degustation.
We haven't got time for this daft.
I'll tell you who is for my
It
degustation.
won't take us long to finish him off.
Oh, he's getting angry now. I just watched his breast swing. Oh, shut up. Just want to do the boss fight now. I think he goes straight into an attack, so get ready to shield. Oh yeah. Number 2 for Master Stroke, so we've got Figure of Fate has been added to our list of non-elemental Master Strokes. I think we will go Lightning Strike. That's probably stronger. If the sword that Lightning Strike is attached to is stronger than Red Nusadna, we can probably assume the Master Stroke is stronger as well. We're actually dealing 2 damage per hit. I don't know if that's an elemental bonus or what that is. But usually if you're fighting an enemy who is effectively not vulnerable to your attacks, you'll be dealing 1 damage. I don't know what that's about. You can actually hit these back, and it is advisable that you do so. Get a few extra hits. You can see he does actually jump forward there. Best practice, keep your shield raised. If you don't know what's coming, just keep your shield raised. There's no downside to having your shield raised when you're not attacking. That was just a rock, that wasn't even the rock enemy. I don't know if you were able to see that there, but he actually aimed that towards the bottom left corner. or he's going for a follow-up, it won't be until you block all of this that you get an opportunity to hit him. Definitely the most involved boss so far. I'd say it's a combination of my familiarity? That is the word. You know when you say a word and it's like, that sounds so weird. Familiarity? Yeah, anyway. My familiarity with the boss definitely is helping me to perform well. But I don't think it's that difficult in the end anyway. Oh my god. Ah! I couldn't see what the hell was going on, to be honest with you. Those markers came back so quickly, or came up on my screen so quickly, that I really wasn't sure the order in which they had appeared. But yeah, remember, my sword is stronger than Red Nusadna, so this is going to be a faster boss fight than, say, Red Nusadna. Or if I were using Red Nusadna. This is going to be it, I think. Good night. Good night. And again, I think that gold bar will actually allow us to upgrade our sword even further, so I'm looking forward to that. I want to upgrade that sword and then shit on the Mirror Realm a little bit. Not as good of a score as I was hoping, actually. I was hoping for a 1700. Not happy, actually. Don't know how I ended up with a 98% accuracy. That's pretty rough. That's unfortunate. I do know. I know precisely why. It's because of that fucking silver slime. That metal slime. That's why I've got 452 out of 459 slashes on target. Almost all of that would be from that one confrontation, hilariously. Our hit chain at 153 was pretty good though. Clear time seems reasonable. 59 out of 60, come on. Terrible. Anyway. Our renown has gone up to 1074. My title is now Knight of the Garter, which is an actual title. I was trying to think of what it would be called
We can enter Xiphos' castle.
in British. It's not. Would it be aristocracy? I don't know. I don't think you become an aristocrat when you're knighted, do you? Surely not. But yes, Knight of the Garter is an actual title.
Do you think we can just open these gates?
It's very sensitive, isn't it?
That was simple. A little too simple, perhaps.
You're being invited in.
Xiphos is expecting us then.
Indeed. It is almost as though he is beckoning us inside. That would be my assessment of the situation anyway.
My brother is somewhere inside this castle. I'm sure of it. Be strong, mon frère. I'm coming.
Let us tarry not a moment longer.
I can't stand looking at my character's shield right now. Weirdly, we don't even get a shield like that. That's not even an option. I think the shield on his... Sorry, I think the sword on his back is the original sword that we get, but that is not the leather shield what he's using. Unless leather is metallic and silver. Which it's not. I mean, I guess you could paint on a metallic silver sheen upon leather, but probably not in this day and age, and more importantly, that's definitely not what we were looking at when we were using the leather shield, so yeah. Kind of ridiculous. Chapter 8, Deathbringer. We should be given the option to return to town, and I will certainly avail myself of that opportunity to do so.
So, we're finally on the Devil's doorstep. Keep your wits about you, son. The monsters in here will be tougher than anything we've seen before. We'll need to be on top form to have any chance of pulling this off. Are you ready, lad?
No.
Maybe you're right. We should probably make use of the town facilities before we push on. So, back to Avalonia then.
I like how he wasn't completely on board with my decision. Asshole. How dare you? I've got other things to do, like upgrade my sword. What about you? You don't have any upgrades to do, clearly. This is why I've left you all in my dust. Although I am still using dog armor. I'm a traveling merchant. Actually, 6809. I still don't have enough gold. That's fine. Let me just confirm that gold bar, or the gold bar that I got before, is actually what I needed to upgrade this sword. I'm almost certain that that's what I needed. Temper. We've almost got enough gold for it. And we do have what we need. My intention was to hopefully, well, not my original intention, but as of clearing the Red Sea, my intention was to go through the Mirror Realm with the upgraded sword. But I might not actually be able to raise enough money. It's not going to work, is it? Unless I sell this stuff. Kitty shield meows like a cat when you block it. You can't sell this thing. You can see the durability is absurd. They've given it an absurd amount of durability because it literally cannot break. But as a consequence of that, you have to be very accurate when you guard with it. So, there you have it. I want to sell that. That's alright, we'll do the Mirror Realm with our current weapon. I'm fine with that. I think we can access the Mirror Realm by going here now. I frickin' hope so. I'll be so upset if we can't. It almost wouldn't make sense, would it? They should be giving us the opportunity to gather materials before we go off to Xiphos' domain. I don't know if that's what it's called. It might be Xiphos' castle or something like that. Either way. I believe for the entirety of the game we are forced to go to the Mirror Realm from here. Oh, here we go. Yep, see? Are you heading into the Tower of Mirrors again? Or the Mirror Realm even? Or Mirror World? Yes, I'm brushing up on my skills. Dead right. A splendid strategy! Ensure your techniques top-notch before setting out to make confetti of the wretched rascal. Yes, fab. I need to be a bit more ancient before I do his voice, I think. The wretched rascal. That's probably a bit better, isn't it? Here we go. So, remember, I completely botched this last time. It was almost pathetic how poorly I did. So, let's try to improve things. Let's just try. So the timing is pretty specific for this stuff, and I don't remember what it is. Ooh. I don't know what that was, but it was something. We're already doing better than we were, if that's worth mentioning. Oh, let's shield the metal slime at least. Just trying to get the diagonal. Oh, not setting my focal point very well. Look, what I'll say is that even if we're doing quite badly here... Oh, I managed to get that metal slime. That was quite well done. If I do say so myself. Don't you run away from me, sir. It is worth mentioning that there is much scope for improvement, but I am doing better than I was, at least. I'm probably being overly conservative with my timing here. Speeding up, I think. really speeding up. Ooh. So you see, by killing these enemies, it is improving my score. This is really important that I get this right. Excellent, excellent level up. This is how I used to actually grind my level out. Doing this location. But then, you actually get the opportunity to fight a particular enemy in the end game. It gives you incredible experience. Same principle though, basically a giant metal slime. And yeah, the experience that you get from killing him is ridiculous. The stakes are quite high here. Because if I... Do you know what? I'll heal myself. If I'm admitting that the stakes are high, I should be ensuring that I am at full health. This is the scary part. I think I've successfully hit one of them. Okay. That's the dangerous part. If you allow yourself to get hit by all of those metal slimes, I think you are certain to die. Certain. Okay, just want to make it very clear. Back when I used to play this game really frequently, and took it quite seriously, this is probably going back to 2010, I was able to clear the Mirror Realm with 100% accuracy and all enemies killed. So, I've got a long way to go. Long way to go. It is admittedly my second attempt, and I'm doing a lot better than I did the first time. So. Let's mid-heal. Got a lot of health to recover. Okay. Draug. This fight, interestingly, will be our opportunity to get a decent hit chain. He says before he fucks it up. Alright, so we want to do a vertical slash to break his guard. That's an opportunity to hit him. So some of his guarding can be broken with horizontals, and others can be done with verticals. You have to be really careful to maintain your hit chain, as you can tell. So as you keep hitting him back, eventually you'll be given the opportunity to knock him against the pillars, and then he'll fall down, and then you can hit him quite heavily. He just fucked up my hit chain. What a prick. Alright, let me do the Master Stroke, because I think the Master Stroke... I think doing a Master Stroke helps you to get a better score. I don't know why. I remember that from something. I don't know what taught me that. I think doing a Master Stroke helps. Just constantly fucking up my... I think that's going to give me Overking of Overkill. I think that's what that will do. The bonus. Better score than last time, but still not great. Enough to get an S rank at least. Still much room for improvement. Oh god. Anyway, at least we got an S rank this time. We've improved on our last attempt. Bloody hell. Okay, so we got Overking of Overkill. That's what we want. And... yeah, so monsters vanquished 70 out of 84. Not too bad. Not too bad, considering. I don't know what it would have been before, but it would have been considerably worse. I'm not letting him talk because neither you nor I can understand what on earth he's saying. It's probably worth mentioning, by the way, that we are now on the final chapter of the story. Chapter 8 is the final one. Everything that comes after that is basically additional. Extra stuff for the story. I'm going to have a look and see if there's anything I can do with my mini medals at this time. I don't think there is. I'm going to reacquaint myself with the mini medal shop. What are you doing here? I don't mind how I die, just so long as it's not at the hand of a monster. Or should that be the claw of a monster, for goodness sake. Anyway, you've got to defeat Xiphos for us, Link. You must. Yeah, well. Don't interrupt me then. Don't even speak to me. Don't look at me. It may distract me from my task. Alright, mini medal shop. Let's speak to the mini Moggy, as he's called. Don't know what a Moggy is, but maybe it's the Dragon Quest equivalent of a Moogle or something. That would make sense, wouldn't it? It's perfectly delightful to see you. These are the precious presents I can swap for those. Yeah. So we've got this thing. Increases wearer's maximum HP by 15. Not interesting. The increased defense is probably what's most useful, but the increased HP by 15, that's pathetic. If it was 15%, that would be a rather different proposition, but 15? That's nothing. I've got like what? Already at my relatively low level, in comparison with the max level of the game, which is 99, I think I've already got like 300 and something health. So an additional 15? No thanks. Liquid metal armor, yes, reduces physical damage by 30%. I remembered that correctly. I could get the kitten claw. Meows like a Moggy in a melee. They've got this thing if we were quite desperate for lots of money, which we're not. I don't know why they're selling gold bars for 30 mini medals. Do you think it would be easier to get 30 mini medals? Or just S rank the Red Sea? What do you think's easier? I think it's actually insulting that they've put a gold bar in that store. Mini medals honestly are quite difficult to get. Oh, we haven't done this mini game before. I think there's a few options. Good day there, me lovely. Yeah, Auntie Stiletto, great. So basically, this is a mini game place. Let's do the dart attack. I don't even remember how to do these. I have quite limited experience in doing these mini games. It's just a part of the game that I keep forgetting about. Just how many of yous are there? Just one. So there's one of yous, is there? Yeah, just one of me's. Aim high, shooting gallery, hit the spot. Jeez, it's actually... Okay, start the game. Catch the arrows with the target. Each game consists of 3 sets, so I think I'm going to nail this one. Back in the day, I used to use the Orichalcum teaspoon, so I should be able to absolutely nail this. Oh, that was me wavering at the last moment. End of set 1. I wonder what sort of rewards you get. Not as good that time. As long as I don't get any 20s, we don't want that. What happened to my 100s? Come on. Oh my god. Disgusting results. Abominable. Ugh. 490 points. That makes me sick. Look, I got a B for that. I got a B. Yeah, new high score. That's small comfort. After having received a B rank, play again, please. That's enough to put a bad taste in my mouth for the rest of the year. Just as long as I don't get any 20s, please. No 20. Can I quit? Thanks. Oh, I meant to restart. I wanted to restart. Alright, let's not do aim high. Let's do something else. Shooting gallery. How hard would I like it? Hard. I don't even remember what's involved, so I don't want to do ultra hard, just to start with. Catch as many of the 100 arrows as you can. Score as many points as possible. Very well. 100, you said. There's 100, huh? I've got no idea what constitutes a good score, by the way. What the fuck am I evading here? Did you see that thing that hurt me? I'm rather distracted now after that. Oh, so we don't want to get hit by that shit. The hell's that? Okay, so what it does is it causes me to... I suspect that it's better that I shield it than not at all. No, I actually don't want to get hit by it, apparently. What the fuck is going on? 60 arrows to go, can you believe this? Ugh. I can barely keep track. This is all so quick, isn't it? Ugh. 100! Can you believe there's 100 of these? Ugh, got a 10. I got a 10! Well, if you become really good at this, I reckon you could fucking nail Link's crossbow training. And we COD. Yeah, don't be distracted by the rocks. Do I get a bad score for missing the rocks? Can someone establish that for me? It seems like I'm supposed to avoid the rocks, I don't know. Oh my god, I reckon that was a pretty shit score, in my opinion. Let's see what we got in the end. What sort of score are you giving me for that? A B? Do you know what? I can't endure 2 Bs. I can't do that. This is it. We'll come back another time. This has just been really destructive to my self-esteem. No, Auntie Stiletto can fucking... Yeah, I've had enough. Auntie Stiletto can leave me alone now. How does she turn a profit? She's not even asking for money for any of this. Yeah, but we've forgotten the fact that you're running a store. You haven't even asked for any of my money. How does that make any sense? Are you funded by the Queen? Royal Entertainment? Anyway. State-funded minigames. That's what we need. Can I spin the tombola? I don't know if I've got a ticket, but I kind of want one. Oh, I don't have any tickets. What? So about those rewards that you've got for the tombola, what if I just take off your turban, hang you by it, and then take your fucking rewards for myself? No, actually. I forgot that I have a sword to upgrade. Don't bulge your eyes at me. You've given me so much text to skip through that, quite frankly, I don't want to talk to you again. Alright, how much money do we have? We've got 8,923. Which is being reserved for our sword. I don't know if we can upgrade this sword any further than... It's about to be upgraded, but we'll find out. I have a feeling that Wrath of Zeus is the max, and then after that we just forge different swords from scratch that are better than the Wrath of Zeus. I believe that's how it works. Let's get tempering. Yeah, let's do that. He always laughs after he does it. At least he enjoys his job. Lightning Storm, Master Stroke. Yeah, strap it on me. Just as it always has done, it looks the dogs on me. Anything else? Yeah, I want to see if I can upgrade it. I don't believe so. Nope, it is maxed out. There are swords in this game that are stronger, but not many. So this is going to be 82 damage. Not too bad. Okay. We're ready to take on Xiphos now, I think. How far through the live stream are we? 1 hour and 11 minutes. Definitely plenty of time to finish the game. Well, finish the story, I should say. I'm on 4% charge for my phone, but that's alright. No one's talking in the chat anyway. So if it does die, I'm probably not going to miss out on much. Oh, remember when I said the Deathbringer's domain, Xiphos' castle, etc., etc.? No, it's the Deathbringer's citadel. Jeez. A rather more complex name than I was expecting. I remember this as being a rather long location to go through. Not necessarily difficult, just time consuming. Alright, remember we're actually able to hit these guys out of that. Already messing up my hit chain there. I don't like you at all. Someone's got a loud motorcycle on the premises behind me. Managed to hit you out of that. That was good. Whoa. Messed up my timing completely. Do you see what I mean? Like, if you want an enemy that's almost guaranteed to mess up my hit chain, that's it. Also, isn't it really satisfying to see how wide my sword is right now? Crazy stuff. Oh, you dick. He didn't mess up my hit chain. He would have done, but I hit his friend instead. Now for you. I don't like those enemies at all, in case it weren't already apparent. Come on. I don't mind you not having anything of use, it just takes too long for that whole thing to frickin' crumble. Oh. That's not good for my hit chain. That is so bad for my hit chain. I don't know what my score's going to be, but it's not going to be a good hit chain result. Alright. Seems like good experience though, killing those wasps. Oh, these things again. The slimy fuckers. Come, guys. Why do they need to be prompted? That's what I want to know. Ah, prick. Calling more friends. Ugh. Don't flick me. Go flick someone else. I'm glad that that really distracting white part of the previous sword is gone. That design decision has not been incorporated in the Wrath of Zeus. Thank God. Is this going to be our chance to get a good hit chain? He couldn't even finish the sentence. Doomlink couldn't even finish the sentence before he fucked up his hit chain. These enemies are quite well designed for ruining hit chains. They really are. Fuckers. I get 3 hits from these hands. And then... that's it. It gets ruined by literally everything that's not the hands. Whoa, fucked that up really badly. Better shield this. Goodness. Yeah, I just need to hit back one of them, and then shield the other. That was another situation where my Wii Remote lost connectivity with the sensor bar, and ended up just causing the shield to disappear completely. If that ever happens, that's what it was. If you ever see that happen, you needn't wonder. That's why it happened. Fairly picturesque going through here, though. Has to be said. Lots to look at. Still one-shotting these guys. They're not... I don't know if they're stronger or not. I'm using a pretty strong weapon, though. Oh, fucking hell. I'm not anticipating a good score. I don't know if you share my feelings on that, but... yeah. It's not looking good, is it? What I would say is that the game itself is not becoming more challenging. But the bar has been raised for getting a good score. Keep in mind that all of these directions are optional. I'm not going to go in those directions, but I may do so when I return to this place in the future. Well, that was fucking... just... I have no words. Words fail. They really do. How much, oh, I've only got 4 vials of magic water. Not very impressive. Oh my god. Managed to hit those back. Oh, he's got sizzle now. Look, he's got sizzle, everyone. Relax. Everybody, relax. He's got sizzle. It's finally arrived. He must have unlocked it at level 28, and I didn't notice at all. I should have noticed. That sort of thing is worthy of being welcomed with a fanfare of trumpets and celebrations all round. Alright, come on, give me a vertical. Give me a vertical. Nah, okay, whenever I go for a vertical, I get a thrust. Every fucking time. You know what it is? It's because I'm going up. I should just go down for the vertical. Shit. Yeah, that's much more effective. Look at that. Oh. See, that's what I've been doing. I've been doing up. So if I go up like that, it's a thrust. But if I find a midpoint and then slash down, that's much more likely to be a successful vertical slash. Okay. He's saying for Avalonia and for victory. That is acceptable. The phrase, "the prince returns," is however not acceptable. And not something I want to hear. Alright, more of these pricks. I think we've figured out the strategy. Let's see if it works, eh? Yep, it's working. It's working very well. Well, I attempted to shield that because there was too much going on the screen. It was, what's the word? distressing me. Alright. Well, there's that confrontation. I don't know what the ideal level would be for fighting Xiphos, by the way. As a boss, I don't find him difficult because I've fought his more strong version in the future. As part of the endgame. That is a hard boss. That is a boss where you've really got minimal margin for error. You have to get it right. Let me heal myself. I would recommend stocking up as much as possible on antidotal herbs. Fortunately, I just picked up one from that guy. I might try going right. I think if I go right here, it'll take me towards that giant. If it doesn't, or if it appears that it's not... Where is the giant? I think the giant's over that way, right? Yeah, he is. So this is where I want to go. I'm quite sure. I remember you. You used to be a boss. No comment. Absolutely no comment for that. Oh, okay. He didn't even need to do anything. Or rather, I didn't need to do anything. That was a very good demonstration of your rotund figure. If I wanted to see it in all its glory, I bloody well have. I don't think this is where I want to go. This is an optional direction. That's alright, I've already gone in this direction. My memory of going through this area is that you really don't need to do... You don't need to turn right at any point, you just continue along. This guy fucking sucks. Alright, time to get seized, guys. I'm worried that you're going to run away. There will be a chest up here, I just don't remember if it's worthwhile. I would assume not. I would assume not. What's it going to be? We'll have to find out after beating Xiphos. Very well. Go left. More like go straight. Continue forward. No, it's the monkeys, but they've changed colour now. Just as good at ruining my combo though, hey. Prick. Terrible. I got a lucky bag for that. I don't know if I deserved one. I've got no idea what score I'm going to get. I hope that I'm going to get an S rank. I don't want an A rank like I did with the Mirror Realm. I always say Mirror Realm, don't I? I think that's what it's called in A Link to the Past, the Mirror Realm. Oh, no, that's the Dark World. Where am I getting Mirror Realm from? It's not Mirror Realm, it's Mirror World in this game. Anyway. I'm definitely getting it from something, I just don't know where. The game is giving me more free hits, which at this point, I think I need. I'm happy to get a Mimic, I need more free hits. Ugh, fine. What are you giving me? Nothing useful. Thank you. So as you're going up the steep parts of this ascent, there will be no confrontation. But once it starts to plateau out, you can probably expect a confrontation like so. Ooh. I lost my hit chain and then gained the same number of hits back almost immediately. These guys again, or this guy again. I'm a bit worried about my focal point causing me to lose my hit chain. I think that just happened. Fucking hell. It's really hard to maintain a hit chain in this area. I'm sure that there's a technique to it. I just don't know what it is. Whatever. I tried to block you as well. I'm going to sizzle both of you for that. Was Arnas hit as well? I guess Arnas was hit as well. Oh, for goodness sake! Because he did that, and I suppose I'm the one to blame, I commanded him to. But it caused me to be distracted. Wasn't able to guard that shit properly. My score is going to be terrible for this location. Playing really badly. Weird skeletons riding donkeys. Now, we will be given the option to go either left or right a little bit further ahead, and one of the directions is like considerably easier. I think one of them is mostly boss fight. Well, confrontations with enemies that were once bosses, and then the other one is smaller enemies. Let's go right. I used to go straight ahead, but I'm going to go right. I think right is the boss confrontation. It feels almost like a boss rush mode, I think. Don't know where I'm getting that from. Let's choose the right one. I think the right one's going to be the Mimic. That's what I want. No, I got a Yggdrasil leaf instead. Very well. I think I'm remembering this correctly. This will be better for our hit chain. He says, I couldn't even begin the sentence before I already lost my hit chain, so... yeah. I can't help but looking at this guy as if he's wearing a suit. Do you know what I mean? He looks like he's from Barney the Dinosaur. I think it was called Barney and Friends, wasn't it? Anyway. If I say Barney the Dinosaur, you definitely know what I'm talking about.
The prince returns.
Oh yes, the prince does return, doesn't he? It's not exactly new information. Well, you guys are getting sizzed. Not just sizzed, you're getting sizzled.
Sizzle.
I really was expecting this to do a whole lot more for my hit chain, and it just hasn't done anything for my hit chain. I think my maximum hit chain is 30 something. That is just unprecedentedly poor. This is definitely the better direction to go in though. Much easier than the other way. Fucking hit chain, man. I think we need to hit the stupid slime. That's not going to happen, is it? I have to wait until the slime comes to the front. I think my phone just died. Let's get this slime. Nah. Sizzle, sizzle, quick.
Sizzle.
Alright. won't be able to get all enemies killed either. This is just, yeah, not a good score. Not a good score at all. It may be an A rank. Our performance during the Xiphos fight may influence our overall rank, but honestly, if you fuck up this hard in the area before the boss fight, it's a bit hard to recover based on good performance in the boss fight. There's always an opportunity for you to get a considerably worse score as a result of the boss fight, but it's not going to recover the errors that you made here, if that makes sense. Alright. So we're about to approach the giant, which is actually a mini-boss. Strangely. So we look down at the edge and then we jump off. We literally do a run and jump off the edge. Whoa! This is fucking terrifying. And then we break our knees. And our ankles. Our legs in general. And then we turn around. Whoa, there he is. I think we're actually made to walk forwards. Oh my god, it's moving! Whoa, crazy stuff. So basically we want to hit all of these back. The best strategy, I would say, is don't become overwhelmed by how many of them there are. Just try to hit them all back. Once again, you saw the shield completely disappear there. That was because of the connectivity of my Wii Remote going down again. Let's try to get the really good timing. You can see that if the eyeball turns red, he's going to send things that must be... Well, I was wrong. The eyeball turning red is a reflection of the damage that you're dealing to the giant head thing. But obviously anything that is coming up with a red indicator has to be shielded as opposed to hit back. Or deflected. So we have gone most of the way to completing this area. I will tend to my wounds. Ooh. And I will actually use magic water. Probably not 2, but... I suppose the fact that we've actually depleted all, or consumed all of Armless's magic should be an indication that this has challenged us more than any location up until this point. Alright, so there's going to be maybe 2 or 3 confrontations going forward. Oh, not good enough for you, hey? Let's be really quick then. Fuck, hell, what do you want from me? I think you can sizz this guy and then do a counter-attack that way. I don't mind cheesing you, you're a dick. If you weren't a dick, maybe I would fight you more honestly. But you're being a dick, so that's how it's going to be. You see what I mean? I'm not putting up with that. And besides, this is an opportunity for me to get an actually semi-decent hit chain, as opposed to a really shit one. So I'm going to take it. Oh, it's you. So how this guy works is instead of cartwheeling around that way, he comes towards you now. As for what axis that is, I don't remember, okay? I don't remember my axes. I think that's the y-axis, though. That's my belief. Could be entirely wrong. Could be dead right. I don't know. As for why this guy entered the confrontation from the side, from an angle, I don't know. Don't have an explanation for you. What I can say, though, based on observation, is that I've got a decent hit chain now. It's not good, it's not the best, but it's better than it was. Alright, now that we're at this altar, I think our next confrontation will be the final boss of the story. Technically, we've got a confrontation here. It's rather similar to the Mirror Realm. Mirror World. I'm sure I've always struggled with that. I'm sure I've always said Mirror Realm instead of Mirror World. I bet I've always done that. This place is basically a chance for you to get a worse score. Oh shit. I can try it again. Yeah, they're basically giving you an area where you're likely to A, fuck up your hit chain, and then B, get a worse score by not killing all enemies. Look at how shit that is. That is not fair. How am I supposed to accept that? Whatever. If you're going for an X rank, this is probably the most challenging part of the area. I'm sure it is established what the max score that you can get for every single location is, but anyway.
This is surely the place.
Ma déesse, Aroval!
Araval? Bayek, I'm gonna scatter Xiphos to the four corners of the world!
It's just funny to hear Fleurette pronounce his name, and then hear Claymore pronounce his name.
Thank you all for coming. In mere moments, I shall reclaim my body from this worthless vessel. And you shall witness the fruition of my plan.
So the audio levels are too low for me to be able to hear him.
I was
So I'm actually watching the audio levels
somewhat careless.
on there to know when he stops speaking. And prior to this point, I've been reading the movement of the, well, watching the movement of the mouths, but I can't really watch his mouth movements, can I?
Severed my body from my spirit and concealed them within my enemies, there to regain my strength. My plan was almost perfect. True, I did not anticipate that tiresome woman's attempt to cage me with a Rorim mask, but I am nothing if not adept. In short, the time of my resurrection has come!
Here we go, there he is, he's turning back into a human. Aruval! Oh, Aruval!
Humanity shall bow to a new order of terror, misery, despair, and death.
And death.
Nay, Xiphos, for we bring that to you. To arms, comrades, for goddess, queen, and country.
Definitely for goddess, queen, and country. Particularly queen. Alright, I probably should use a replenish shield powder. Let's just do it. We're not going to use more than one for this location, so I'll just use it now. This is Xiphos. This is the final boss of the story. I may as well start with Lightning Storm. Have I been... I was doing Lightning Strike instead of Thunder Thrust. I'm an idiot. Remember in the previous confrontations I was using Lightning Strike and I thought, this doesn't seem right. I remember there being 2 stages to this Master Stroke, but I didn't pursue it further in my own mind. Well, there you go. It just doesn't make sense to me that it goes from right to left. It must be a remnant of the Japanese version of the game. It obviously makes sense in Japanese to go from right to left, but anyway. Lightning Storm. We should have been doing Thunder Thrust before, but it's okay. We're going to use Lightning Storm now. It's still a 2... Well, this has gone back to a 2-stage instead of a 3-stage. I meant 3-stage. It doesn't matter. You know what I'm talking about. Lightning storm. What the fuck is going on? I didn't know what the hell they wanted me to do. Apparently, I'm supposed to do this. Instead of swinging my sword for the strike, I do this. And it caused me to fail. Now, because I failed it, thankfully it's taking me down to 80%, which is nice of them. They're basically saying, hey, you suck really hard. You are so stupid that you actually managed to fail a master stroke. So what we'll do is we'll take you down to 80%. Shocking stuff. Really shocking stuff. Alright, I think these all need to be blocked. Oop. Jesus, that's not fair. Alright, let's try that again. So again, it's not an actual slash or a thrust or anything, really. You rotate your sword above your head and then I think you thrust up, do you? Oh, you thrust up. It's not even holding it up.
Abandon hope. You will never defeat me.
Oh, I can hit these back. Just need to get good timing though, as you can tell. If you hit these back, as you can see, really speeds up the fight. In a big way.
No, this was not meant to be.
Speaking of slowing down the fight, look at him go. I can't kill you with these. You have to come here. Fucking hell. Alright. Deal a death blow. Ah! I don't believe that's the end, though.
Is he defeated?
Not likely, lad. Don't let your guard down.
I see you have grown stronger since our meeting 5 years ago. Unfortunately for you, the same can also be said of me. By way of proof, savor now the splendor of my true form.
He's doing a... what I would call a Toriyama Akira. Yep. He sure is. My true form. Ah! That hurt. I shouldn't have done that.
Quoi? Oh no! He looks nothing like in the tableau now.
It's funny because when you see him and then you see a text box underneath him, you think he's going to say something, but then you're reading French. Quoi? Oh no! Like, what the fuck? Imagine him saying that.
So, humans, shall
Yes.
we? Through terror, morbid misery, and dire despair, I will teach you how to feel them all!
To feel them all? Whoa. That's a lot. I don't know if I can feel that much all at once. He's going to challenge my emotions. Alright, so for this confrontation, interestingly, we don't get a health bar. Now, if I'm remembering this correctly, we can continuously attack his shield, and believe it or not, we can eventually break it. There you go. I'm going to do my best to keep my hit chain up against this guy. Fuck that up a bit. Ooh, I've already fucked up my hit chain, so let's not get our hopes up for a good score. I mean, we may get a good score, I've got no idea, but either way, I'm happy to use another. What are you doing, man? Didn't you just see me use that on him and it didn't work? I don't know, I might be going crazy. Oh. Yeah, it's very easy to actually lose your hit chain as a result of this. What he's doing here, extremely good for getting your Master Stroke gauge up. Very, very effective for that. So last time that we did this, we actually didn't get to 100% charge. Let's make sure that we actually get there this time. Almost missed it though. Not doing too well with these Master Strokes, am I? Only 99 damage. Let's see if Figure of Fate gives us a better result than that. I'm interested to see what we end up with. I'm going to attack him in the dick. I don't know how much more health he has here as compared to before. If it's double, you know, it might be a bit over the top to say it's double. But it's close to that. It's close to double what he had, so... it's probably safe to assume it's going to take twice as much time. I've used a Replenish Shield powder. If anyone happens to be talking in the chat, I apologise, I can't actually read it. Because my phone has died. But I've been streaming for almost 2 hours, I think, or probably by now 2 hours, and haven't really had anyone talk, so... it's just what it is. Alright, we've taken him to the halfway point. It was pretty easy. I can tell you though, if you get to max level, and you fight the truly final version of this guy, which this is not, by the way. Basically, there's an end game here, and the final boss is an ultra version of him. It's a challenge. Like, even at max level, it's a challenge to fight this guy. And it's an event. It really is. I don't have much of a shield left, honestly. I'm just going to wait for this period to finish so that I can use my Master Stroke. Oh, I've just been prevented from using my Master Stroke, so this is quite important. Xiphos actually has a Master Stroke of his own. It's called Figure of Hate. Now, whenever he does this, whenever you see him do this animation, make sure that you are fully healed, and make sure that your teammate is fully healed as well. You are guaranteed to take damage from this. There is no way to block it. But you can reduce the amount of damage that it deals. And you do it by slashing repeatedly. Alright. So you can see, even with having reduced its damage to 30, or 30% roughly, of what it could have been, it did most of Anlas's health there. Or depleted most of his health. Did a decent number on us as well.
Have a care. My magic dwindles.
Have a care, my magic dwindles. Well, I apologize. Let's try Figure of Fate. So we're dealing about 90 damage with our previous Master Stroke. That's pretty pathetic. Let's see what we can do with this. I've got no idea. This is a physical damage Master Stroke, so maybe he's resistant to thunder damage. Oh, that's much better. Look at that. That was about as useful as the Orichalcum Teaspoon in shielding that attack. We've got a better hit chain than we've had up until this point. This will be a chance to get a really good hit chain. I do feel for Anlas to a point, but you know what? You're taking one for the team. Thanks, man. And if you ever wanted to hear Anlas go, "Ah! Ah!" then this is your opportunity. Alright, he's at the final stage. Oh. I need to be really careful here, as you can tell. I don't mind using another magic water. Ah. That's alright, I got to 122, I think, for my hit chain. Oh, okay, so I can just block in the center to get both of them. If you saw, the indicators actually were quite far from one another, but if I stick my shield in the middle of them, should block both fists. Here we go, this is where the damage is. Right here. If you can hit back this stuff, makes a huge difference. Well, you can also see that if you don't hit it back, huge consequences. Basically, big risk, big reward.
Victory is within reach.
We're doing it again. Just watch your health. That's the suggestion. He's dead. There you go. If you're not very good at hitting those back, it will be considerably harder to succeed. Just keep that in mind. But, yeah. If you can hit them back with any degree of accuracy, not the hardest boss, really. Pretty simple.
No! It cannot be! Not by humans! I am the bringer of death! You cannot bring death unto me!
Quickly, Blade! The mask!
I like how she seems completely unperturbed by the experience she's just had. I mean, presumably she was just in battle and she's just like, "Quick, Blade! The mask!"
Mask? The roaring mask?
Yes.
But you yourselves cut the mask in two! I saw you destroy it!
There we go. He has turned to stone again.
No, lad! No! Deal the death blow! That'll learn him!
Yeah, that'll learn him. That's pretty satisfying, I have to tell you. For a final slash on a boss, that's pretty satisfying. Do you know what?
At last, the demon is dead.
It's not really a measure that I often attribute to a boss fight, but the satisfaction you get from dealing the final blow just on its own, this game probably nails it better than
Aye, lad.
any boss I can
There's
think
no
of.
mistake this time. Xiphos is an ex-arch-villain.
Aruval!
Aruval!
Oh, heck. The old place is coming down. Everyone out!
Allez, pick up Aruval and go! I like how the mask is still fine.
Follow
Well,
me.
I guess I shouldn't be
Hurry.
that surprised. Let's go. Get out of here. I'll actually try to get my chat up. Yeah, should be fine. It's only 2 people watching anyway. I doubt that other person's actually commenting. I guess everyone went to sleep. All of my viewers from the previous Monster Hunter stream. That's alright. Oh no, he's not gonna make it. To be honest, this is like quite a silly scene. You'll be able to see. It just has to do with the complete lack of expression on his face. As he falls.
Now then, I thought I told you to hurry. Or would you prefer to hang around?
Get it? Hang around? Did we really need that? Okay, we've got a good score here. Look at this. That's actually approaching X rank. Not quite X rank, but that was a solid score. And this is after I felt that I could have done considerably better. Obviously, my clear time is much of this score. Because my guard accuracy is shit. Look at that. My accuracy, however, is quite good. Longest hit chain being 123 is well rewarded. Yeah, I reckon I could have X-ranked that if I got guard accuracy at 80%. Wow. Okay. I don't know if X-rank is 18,000. I probably wouldn't have gotten 18,000, would have. Maybe eclipsed 17,000, but anyway. Got a rank S. Weirdly, only 2 rewards. Instead of, well, 2 separate item types. Anyway, we've got lucky bags. There you go, the Hero Shield. That's quite useful. The Hero Shield is the next best shield. Better than the Ogre Shield, I think. Ring of Protection. I don't know. Accuracy over 80%. What? Bonus point. Oh, accuracy over... I read guard accuracy. No, accuracy over 80%. Most certainly, yes. We did achieve that. Or Arval. Here, have your necklace back. It matches mine. Just take the necklace, man. I'm guessing he feels like he has somehow contributed to the situation. Or rather, contributed to the return of Xiphos somehow. But he obviously hasn't done, because he was taken over by Xiphos, but I suppose he still feels responsible. These things are not always logical. Do we really have to listen to Misericorde again? I hope not.
We are finally free of the Deathbringer's menace.
And I've still got a cone on my head.
Threaten the peace. We have brought an end to his tyranny.
That we have. Not without a few bruises, man.
Yeah, what happened to your arm? Oh my god.
The Deathbringer wrote much havoc in his time. Yet, in spite of all his spite, we live on to tell the tale. Yippee!
Thank you for that additional yippee.
Minister Misericord is right. We
I
must
feel
treasure
bedecked
facts
in
that
glory
keep alive
after
and embrace our
receiving,
profound
or after
roots.
having been in receipt of your most beatific yippee.
By way of recognition, on this most auspicious occasion, I think it appropriate, nay, necessary, that we permit ourselves a jolly good knees up.
Does he mean getting wasted? A jolly good knees up?
You're not the misery you profess to be, Minister.
Your Majesty, may I perhaps invite my brother?
Maybe it means throwing a party. Sorry, throwing a party. I can't do his voice now.
Of course, Florette. We must not forget that Araval endured much in the war against Xiphos.
Have I mentioned that I've got a cone on my
Let's
head?
get cracking with the party, shall we?
It's awfully pretty.
Huzzah!
Magnifique!
All right, we got a huzzah. Okay, so they've thrown a party now. This is an interesting way to finish up a game, okay? What happens is, we have to speak to everyone. If we do not speak to every single person, we cannot continue through to the end of the game. So that is our final task. We must speak to everyone. Which I don't mind doing. I just remember at some point in the past, I just couldn't figure out who it was that I hadn't yet talked to. And I got a bit frustrated, but that's alright. Let's just go from left to right. Like so. And that should do us. And then I think we talk to Claymore once we've done that. Ah, the hero himself! I never doubted you had it in you, Link! There's none more gallant than a son of Claymore, ha ha ha! He talks actually more annoyingly than that. Just thought I'd mute his, irritating characteristics a little bit. Ah, Link, so your path has led you to victory over the Bringer of Death. Now you are ready. Your spirit is finally centered. It is time. Will the pupil at last face his master in true, unfettered combat? Yeah, I'm gonna fucking annihilate you, old man. It was a witticism, Link. One who has defeated Xiphos would make short work of the likes of me. A master must know his limits. Yes, I will continue to live here. Then we will never be apart. I have decided to stay here too. Oh, lovely. And these two are friends, apparently. As of today, Florette has decided to join us here at the church. She will become an incomparable nun, without a shadow of a doubt. Ugh. Merci, Link, for all that you have done for me and my sister. I can't do a French accent, you know I can't. Not without being off colour. I've decided to embark on a journey to make amends for all the wrong that I have done. I know that Florette will be safe here with you. Okay, so just because you lost your husband in, I don't know, whatever previous... I don't think it would have been a war, but I guess let's just call it the previous mishap. It doesn't give you an invitation to start hitting on me. This is the lady who's been calling me all sorts of things to try and endear me to her. But anyway. Or endear her to me. Anyway. Yeah, well thanks, lady. It's her best character. Because she's always got that face. She's just... I think she's a tsundere character. People are saying it was the prince who defeated the Deathbringer. Maybe he and I need to become better acquainted before I think about heading home. Yes, I am enjoying myself. Oh, you're being hounded by young ladies. They simply refuse to leave me alone. It's most perturbing, ha ha ha. I didn't really find the prince all that attractive before, but now, well, he must be ever so strong to have defeated Xyphos like that. I'd better make a move before someone else snaps him up. It's quite a lot of self-confidence you have there, girly. Fine work, Link. You really are the golden boy now, what with defeating the Deathbringer and everything. Yup, a regular hero, aren't you? Well, not regular, I suppose. Rather special, actually. Ha ha. Keep 'em coming. There's always room for more booze when you're happy. Everyone knows that. Alright, I should have spoken to everyone now. Yes, I'm all partied out. Again, until you speak to everyone, he will not actually give you this option. The whole of Avalonia is waiting to see the great hero who defeated Xyphos. This part, okay, what we just did there, the fact that you're forced to talk to everyone, can be a little bit annoying, and probably not a great way to end a game. This, however, pretty cool way to end a game. I like this. It's more of the same people repeated.
Everyone is waiting for you to say something.
You could shout out something like, Xyphos is dead! Long live Avalonia! N'est-ce pas?
Take no notice of them, lad. Now's not the time for words. Just raise that sword above your head.
That's a cool way to end a game. Or to end the story of a game. With no pun intended, that's a masterstroke of writing. I think that's quite well done. Because, you know, that would be a strong way to finish off no matter what. But the idea that the player does that, actually thrusts their Wii Remote in the air to effectively create that scene, that's pretty cool. You know what wouldn't be pretty cool? If the batteries on your Wii Remote ran out in that very moment. And you had to go and change the batteries. I mean, what are the chances of that? But I'm sure it's happened to someone. And if it hasn't happened yet, it'll happen to someone in the future. It's weird to think that when I was last recording this game back in 2019, 2020, Akira Toriyama, I never know what to call him. Toriyama Akira or Akira Toriyama. Long story short, you know who I'm referring to. Sadly, he was alive. He died, I think, last year. I was aware that he died when he died. I'm not really keeping track of time anymore. I don't think it was this year. I think it was last year sometime. But yeah, he's no longer alive, which is a shame. But as time passes, unfortunately, more and more people are consumed by the mortal coil. All of the... Brian Bowles. There was a guy named Brian Bowles. I really feel bad for a person who has to live with a surname like Bowles. Bowles? Because, like, for example, I read that correctly, right? It wasn't like the Queen Consort. Her surname is like a hyphenated surname that includes Bowles, right? And I've always jokingly read that as Bowles. Ironically, I can't even remember what it is now. Parker Bowles, I think her name is. Parker Bowles. And I've always jokingly said Parker Bowles, you know. But I believe that was actually spelled bowels as opposed to bowls. But maybe I'm also reading that wrong. Who knows? I didn't get a chance to stare at it for long enough. And to be honest, as far as credits go, pretty short. You can see mixture of French and Italians. Did I say French and Italians? French and Japanese. I think I read an Italian something. Yeah, I think I was reading something on the screen that was Italian. In terms of the people who actually developed the game, it was a mixture of Japanese and French. I don't know how prominent French game design is these days, like the actual production of video games. It's probably not as strong as it was back when this game came out, but yeah. Larry Sparks. That's a cool surname, Sparks. I knew a Sparks. Years ago. Newton Chance. Ollie Newton Chance. I think Newton Chance is a pretty cool surname. Irene Campisi. Hilario. You think he laughs a lot? You think he's quite funny? He might be. Hiramatsu Masashi. Kamiya Tomohiro. Excuse me. Kamiya Tomohiro. Kuramochi Ryoichi. Takita Mayumi. Kitagawa Masashi. Excuse me, that's the second. Oh, we've had a few Megumis and we've had a few Masashis. That's 3 Masashis and at least 2 Megumis so far. Masafumi. I feel like Masafumi is a rather old-fashioned name in Japanese. Masafumi. Like, for a given name, that's quite over the top. So when I said that the credits were quite short, it looked like they were coming to an end. When the Square Enix thing came up, I thought, hey, we're already at the end. No. But if we're down to the special thanks part, that should be towards the end. Can this be skipped? I bet it can. No, it can't. Okay. You can actually interact with this though. You can actually slice the photos as they come up. I didn't really get to demonstrate that, but oh well. This is a cool way to finish as well. The end. Ah, but not really. I will save the story in an adventure log. And now this adventure log will have a little star next to it to say that we have completed the story. But it's not over yet. We have the after story part of the game. Continue your adventure. You can see there's the star. That just means that we've completed the story. We did it within 9 hours. Fair enough. I nearly lifted this up to drink from that. There you are, lad. I've been waiting for you. I need you to check on something for me. There's talk about town of strange goings-on in the old reflectory. You know the place. That little cave where the funny stone with the inscription is. Seems some strange mirrors have turned up in there. I know we've got Xiphos taken care of, but them mirrors might need looking into first. Go and see what the score is, son. There's a good chance it's Xiphos' work, this, so be careful. I think story-wise, this is a scenario where Xiphos has yet to be killed, because this is still technically taking place in Chapter 8, and we are able to kill Xiphos now again, but this is technically taking place before he's been killed, so therefore, yeah. That's why he was saying he hasn't been killed yet. I think I may have read something different, because I was thinking, well, no, we have killed Xiphos, so I reread it as if what he was saying made no sense, but no. It does make sense. Alright, what's our money? We need to actually look at what's going on. We've got 7,286 gold. Apparently, we can hit max gold and the rest gets put in our strong box. What the fuck? I don't even know what max gold is. I don't know if I've ever needed to put gold in my strong box. Sounds like a pretty good problem to have. Oh, too much gold. Gotta put it away. So yeah, again, our sword is at max level. I think this can be upgraded to the Aurora Blade, but it's still weaker than this. That's something that I actually had forgotten to demonstrate. If we take it to the Aurora Blade, I think we probably can do that. Yeah, but I don't want to spend the money to do that, so... No need to make the Aurora Blade, but at least you know what it looks like. It looks like that. I actually think Red Nusadna looks better. So... yeah, no use at this stage making a new weapon that is ultimately weaker than what we've already forged. There are going to be some other swords that we can make. There's two in particular that we're going to aim for. That's the Dragon King's Greatsword, I think, or Dragon King's Sword, something like that. And also the Metal King Sword, something like that. Anyway. It's basically two more swords that we're going to forge. Now this area here is where the end game takes place. Sadly, we don't have any more locations to explore in this game. But we do have boss confrontations that exist beyond the story. And this is how we're going to continue the game. So this is Nomeg, I think. But, do we want to do you first? I think this is the easier one, isn't it? No. Oh, that's the easiest, actually. That one right there. Let's do this. Let's start off with this. There is actually a renown requirement. But you're pretty much always going to meet it. I think eventually, to fight Valgurt, you're likely to need more renown than you already have when you finish the game. But anyway, this is Clark and Nalk. These guys are really fast, as you can tell. Jeez. See how fast they are? Crazy shit. And basically, your performance against these bosses is going to determine... Oh. It's going to determine the score that you get. Now, let me sizzle this fucking jellyfish before it does something that I don't want it to do. Oh. No, you don't. He's trying to heal himself and the bosses. Oh, they're going to keep calling them back, aren't they? So yeah, you can see this is, like, as a confrontation, by a significant margin, it is the most intense confrontation we've done so far. And it's just the beginning, you know. Oh, look at this fucking thing healing them. There's actually so much for me to be doing right now that setting a focal point is actually too time-consuming. Oh, I can kill this thing. Alright, they have reached the halfway point. I definitely, like, in terms of my performance during this fight, it has been truly pathetic. Like, we're at a point in the game now where one's performance in a single confrontation means quite a lot. And my performance in this single confrontation has been horrendous. terrible. Truly terrible. Well, let's just fucking shit on them now. Lightning Storm. So Lightning Storm was really ineffective against Xiphos. We saw that before. But maybe it'll be better against these guys. Let's find out. Remember, it was sitting at around 90 points last time. 90 damage. What are we getting here? 226. Much better. Alright. Lots of experience. We got a lucky bag as well. Oh, I forgot to equip the hero shield. I should do that. Oh, this is a terrible score. Technically an S rank, but not good. Longest hit chain is 19. Shit. First try is an S rank, but not that happy with that result. Got a rusty old sword, so this is what can ultimately be upgraded into the Metal King sword, I believe. And that sword is going to be very useful in the future. Rather key, in fact, to leveling up our character. I may as well check that out now. I believe that we're going to need Orichalcum to forge that. So you will remember that the last time that we needed to forge something where one of the materials came up with question marks, it was a gold bar. Well, when we bring this sword to the smithy, we should have question marks again. And the question marks in this case will be for a material called Orichalcum. Now, Orichalcum will only drop in the endgame. It does not appear before the endgame. We've got 10,506 gold now. You see, now that we're in this part of the game, we can just build gold like no tomorrow. But you can also see that the amount of gold that we need to forge this, the Metal King sword, is quite significant. So we've got enough gold bars, we just need some Orichalcum. And I don't really remember where to get it. I think Valgurt drops it, but I don't think any of the other bosses that we have access to now will drop it. But I'd say that we probably want to increase our defense a little bit. So, as you can see, the hero shield is considerably better than the platinum shield. And if I remember correctly, the ogre shield has 6 durability points, so don't even bother. Don't even bother with the ogre shield. It looks cooler than the platinum shield, and is better. But you can see that using the platinum shield to kill Xiphos in the story is perfectly usable. If you don't have any replenish shield powder, maybe not, but if you've got replenish shield powder with you, just use this. But I've got the hero shield now, which is very good, very effective. And yeah, given that I have a surplus of gold and materials, I'm just going to use it now. I only need gold to buy this stuff, obviously, but... so I'm not going to spend any gold on... although I could, couldn't I? Should I get the dragon mail? Yeah, let's get the dragon mail. Do you know why? This is going to be particularly effective against Valgurt. So Valgurt is a 3-headed dragon who deals fire and ice damage. And a little bit of thunder, but not much. Let's just do it. We can just grind the gold out. I will equip the dragon mail. I got a Tombola ticket for buying your dragon mail, that's good. Can I sell my dog, mate? No, I don't really want to. Maybe I want to dress as a dog in the future. But yeah, this looks pretty cool, don't you think? Look at that. Dragon mail. I think that's pretty cool. We've increased our defense by more than double. So, we're in good stead to basically shit on, well, not shit on, but definitely fight without much difficulty the next bosses. I'm feeling pretty good. Let's keep fighting bosses until I feel like I want to stop. Let's just do it. So Valgurt is going to appear right here. But he's sort of like he's the final stage of these basic mirror bosses. Then once we kill him, we'll get 3 mirrors appearing here. And that is the final boss. So that's the weird thing. This is not the final boss. The final boss is actually here. I personally think it would have made more sense to put Valgurt here and then have the final boss here. But whatever. I'm not the one who made the game. That's probably the hardest boss out of all of these. Out of all of these basic ones. Let's fight you. This boss is... I can't even remember this boss's name. But I remember that you can shit on him pretty easily. You can defeat him without difficulty by exploiting one of his weaknesses, Sultan. So, if you use Sizz, and we've fought these guys before, if you use Sizz, you can essentially get an unreasonably good score. Check this out. I don't mind, you know, taking the easy route. Doesn't bother me. That's what they get for putting an exploit like this in. Well, not an exploit, but rather it's a weakness that we're taking advantage of, and I believe it's intended that we do so. I believe that if you find this strategy, they want you to take advantage of it, because we will fight a stronger version of this boss in the future where it's much harder to do this. Still possible, just much harder. So the fact that it's made much harder in the future suggests to me that it's intended. Quite hard to hit those back for me personally. Here we go, here's our new shield. It's quite nice to be able to see this shield again. I associate this shield, quite rightly, with this part of the game, because you actually don't get this shield until you've defeated Xiphos. It's going to be in a Z shape, as you can see. We're not going to get the best possible score here, because we did miss the guarding of all that. We should be over 80% guard, though. That I think we can be certain of. Get over here. Not good for me. Not good at all. Annoyingly, I won't be able to kill him until he actually steps forward, because if you remember from other boss confrontations, you can't kill a boss with their own projectile. Can't kill a boss with a... Whoop, I fucked that up. Can't kill a boss with a Master Stroke either. So even if I shield a whole lot of things... and get my Master Stroke gauge up. Oh, here we go. Thank God for that. That's very nice of you to do. I've aimed my focal point down so that I could get the best possible hit chain. We've got 107 hits. I think the number of hits that we managed to get, I think we're going to get a good score. Look at that. X rank, ladies and gentlemen. X rank. Our first X rank of the game. Not surprised. 2-minute clear time. Our hit chain has 100% accuracy. Guard accuracy over 80%. X rank. There you go. Beautiful. It feels good to see it. It feels good to see it. All of the slimes are here. We've got the mounting slime, we've got the jellyfish, we've got the standard slime, and we've got the king slime. I don't know if that's audible, but yeah, screaming child. Orichalcum, check that out. Reward for rank X. We just need to do that one more time and get a shitload of gold, and we'll be good. Mighty armlet. Almost wish that I hadn't purchased this armor now. But anyway, that's fine. 100% accuracy gave us an additional bonus of 2,000. Do you know what that has? Probably, that is what took us to X rank, isn't it? A 2,000 bonus for that? Or perhaps not. No, it was probably the hit chain that did it, isn't it? Yeah, it would have been the hit chain going to 5,000 because, like, let's say for example we got 99 accuracy. That still would have been a bonus of 1,000 from the over 80% accuracy. And I believe that 18,000 is the threshold into X rank. We would have still X ranked it if we had gotten 99% accuracy. It looks like the hit chain is what has done it, because look at that, 5,100. And obviously the clear time is very good as well. Yeah. Very happy with that result. Feeling good. Alright. What's our gold looking like? 2,526? I've got quite a lot to go. How much gold do I have? Like gold bars, I mean. I've got 9 gold bars. There is a temptation to sell some of those. Might sell a lot of this stuff. Well, do you know what? I'm not going to sell these elemental, like Thunderball, Lava Lamp, Ice Crystal, because I think you can only get them in the field. I don't think any of these bosses really drop them, so yeah. What I'll do is I'll probably... What's going on? So that's you. I don't want to fight you again. And I don't want to fight Clank and Nalk again. I mean, you know what, let's fight them again. Let's get a better score than what we got. Because that was a really shit score before. And I'm going to tell you what I'll do. It's a bit cheap, but I don't care. Don't give a shit. Magni Shield. You can see that I was... So what I'm trying to do here, I don't know if you can tell, is I'm not complicating things by setting a focal point. And I think that's the best way to deal with these guys. As a result, I had to deal with a thrusting issue, or like an issue where I hadn't set a focal point but I accidentally did a thrust. This jellyfish can't keep up with my damage output. I've been focusing too much on the jellyfish. When I don't set a focal point, my accidental thrusts are made so much worse. So what was happening back there was I was actually trying to do diagonal slashes to hit the jellyfish. Very obviously, I'm doing better than I was doing before. Very obviously. But there is still room for improvement, don't you think? I think there's room for improvement. Let's keep doing Clank and Nalk until we fucking nail it. So the time cleared is much better. Much, much, much better. What have we got? It's not going to be an X rank, quite obviously, but we did do better than before. Really interesting, isn't it? That really only accounted for... I didn't see precisely what the last score was, but about, let's say about 1,000 points better than before. And yet the clear time has probably been about halved. So, that's interesting. Got all monsters vanquished, but not many points for that. We're going to have to get 100 accuracy and over 80% guard accuracy to get an X rank. That's what it looks like. I'll do it one more time. But X ranking this is going to be really hard. That's what I think. I'll do my best. For anyone who's tuned in on the live stream and I'm not responding to them, I apologize. My phone's dead and I can't read the chat right now. I probably could, but... So the Twitch dashboard used to have... Oh, no one's watching. Never mind. Yeah, here I am saying, in case anyone's tuned in, and then I check to see the viewer count, I'm like, oh, there's no one watching. Magna Shield. Let's just do better. These fucking unintended thrusts are really messing me up. That's what's really causing the biggest issue here. It's happening again. Do you know what I wish I could do? Sounds crazy. I wish I could turn off the thrusting functionality. Because for this fight, it's so bad. It is so bad. I think I know what I'm going to do. Instead of trying to do... So what I've been doing... Let me just explain my thought process here. Obviously I'm not setting focal points because that slows me down when dealing counterattack damage to these enemies. So what I've been doing is while not setting a focal point, I've been trying to do diagonal slashes to hit the jellyfish. That has not been working, because I've been doing accidental thrusts instead. So I'm instead going to do very, very deliberate horizontals. Alright, so we're going to do this again. This is going to complete the fight. We're going to do this again because I think I have figured out what I need to do. Because if I don't... Oh, for God's sake. Well, it doesn't matter because they're going to die anyway. What I need to do... Whoops. What I need to do is not try to hit that fucking jellyfish because the amount of damage that I'm dealing to these guys is something that the jellyfish can't keep up with. You can see I'm slowly but surely creeping up, and I can definitely do better. Without a doubt, I can do better. And I'm going to keep going. Because I reckon the next one... I'm not saying it's going to be an X rank, but it's going to be hitting around the 16,000, 17,000 mark for sure. Because I'm going for... 100% guard accuracy, 100% accuracy. That's really what I'm aiming for here. And maybe that'll be enough to get an X rank, we'll see. But I've developed my strategy. It's just the way these guys are, the way these guys fight, it's quite different to the other bosses. And I would say the jellyfish is a red herring. Even when I'm not trying to do... My advice, going back to, like, my 2015 Let's Play was to always set a focal point because of thrusting. It's because of thrusting and nothing else. Doing those accidental thrusts off into the ether. I don't know if I'm doing better or not.
You have a shield, boy. Use it. Locate the enemy's weakness.
He's calling another one. That's bad. This may not be better than the last fight. This feels like this one was slower, don't you think? I think this one was slower. It goes to show that even when I'm trying my hardest not to fuck up my thrusts, or rather fuck up my slashes and do thrusts off into random directions because of the Wii Remote and its accuracy or lack thereof, I'm still fucking it up. I'm edging up higher and higher, but it's not going to happen. Not if I can't control those thrusts. I'll try one more time. Literally one more time. But that's what is thwarting my efforts right now. I can definitely improve on the guarding, but when I'm thrusting off into the distance, that's A, fucking up my score, and B, distracting me from guarding better as well, because I start to throw the game when I'm seeing that I'm thrusting off into random directions, because I know that I'm not going to get a perfect score. So let's see how we can do this time. This is going to be my last attempt for today on this particular boss. Doing very couldn't even finish the sentence. Doing very deliberate strokes like this. Like literally doing this, I'm still getting thrusts. That's alright. It's not the end. It's not like guaranteed failure. It's not a foregone conclusion. It's just that's fine. Let me do the Master Stroke. This is by far the fastest that I have charged up the Master Stroke. Definitely need 100% damage this time around. That was a really good opportunity to make contact. Fucked up my hit chain there, but you know. They become really unsynchronized towards the end. Do you see that? For pretty much the entirety of the fight, they're very, very synchronized. But then towards the end, they're just all attacking at different times. This is not going to be better than the last score. But that's alright. I think I've done the best I can. I had a strategy, and then I realized that while it is a good strategy, it's not that simple. It's harder than I thought. And I think a lot of it actually is that last bit. That last 10 to 15 seconds of the fight where they're both attacking really out of sync with each other. So almost to take advantage of one boss's weakness to hit them is to take a hit from the other boss. So Definitely saving my Master Stroke for that part of the fight would be the best way to approach it. How are we going for money? We've definitely increased our money a bit. Let's see how many gold bars we need for this upgrade to our sword, the Metal King sword. Because if we make the Metal King sword, that's going to be stronger than what we have now by a significant amount, by a significant margin. So I would like to throw all of my resources into that, all of them. Well, not my elemental stuff, just in case. I consider my elemental stuff to be quite precious because that requires me to actually clear whole areas. These are just boss confrontations, I can clear those pretty quickly. But going through a whole area, that's slow going. That increases the value of it. Alright. I'd like to sell some gold bars. Wait, let me see how many gold bars I need. I think it's 5 for the Metal King sword. Hoo-hoo, very good. Okay. Let's see how much money we can make then. I only need 5. That's... Wait, no, not tempo, sorry. I don't know how much we make per gold bar. Look at that. So for 10 gold bars... Hey... That's incredible. I'm not going to sell all my gold bars because I don't need to. Well, hold on. Yeah, that should do us. We'll sell 8 gold bars. Gold is no longer really an issue. Because we can just do, for example, that Clank and Nalk. I guess Nalk is Clank backwards or something. I'm not even going to figure that out. But it looks like... that's extraordinary. I was sort of expecting gold bars to be lucrative, but... Wow. The ease with which that I acquire gold bars means that I don't even have to worry about my... Oh, sorry, I thought it was 35,000. It's 38,000, excuse me. That's alright. Let me just confirm how many gold bars I've got. Okay. I was wrong about needing Orichalcum. I was wrong about needing Orichalcum. How could this be? Do you see this? Orichalcum. It's noble metal. Shit. I need 4 noble metals for this thing. For this sword, I need 4 noble metals, not 4 Orichalcum. Slight miscalculation there. It's not the end of the world. I can get all of those gold bars back, and that's okay. But wow. That's alright. So, just to explain, we hadn't acquired Orichalcum yet when I first saw these question marks, and so I assumed that this was going to be Orichalcum. We now have 2 Orichalcum, still coming up as question marks, and still 0 out of 4. There's only one other thing that we haven't picked up yet, and that is noble metal. Turns out that's what we need. And I do know where to get it. And it's not Valgurt. It's going to be from the next tier of bosses, I regret to say. So we're not going to be getting any of it in this video, but that's alright. We've got a lot of gold, so what I'll do... Oh yes, that's one thing that I forgot to do. Let me do that right now while I'm thinking of it. Check that out. Increases shield's durability by 6, increases slashing power by 10%. Let's do Mighty Armlet. Let's absolutely do that. I don't need additional shield durability because I've got Replenish Shield Powder. What? Am I going to have an accessory that reduces the inconvenience of using Replenish Shield Powder? Stupid. Let's get better defense on our helmet, because we've got 75 on the armor, got 15 on the helmet, The weak link is obviously the helmet. So, best helmet we can get by the looks of it is the Great Helm. The life ring sucks, doesn't it? Alright, get the Great Helm. Dressed like a German? A Roman soldier. Yeah, a German soldier. I was hoping for a Tombola ticket there. I believe I just equipped it. Let's make sure. Yes. So our total defense is now, which I haven't been keeping track of, by the way, our total defense is 112. Not too bad. Definitely pretty good. Could be worse. Alright. Tombola time. I suggested this in a previous video, and I think I am correct in saying this, but if we do win the golden prize, I don't think we get the liquid metal shield. I think you have to win it twice. I think I'm correct about that. I might be, like, those memories might be fake. I might be crossing my wires with a memory of something else. But, I don't know. I'd like a first prize at least. Haven't managed a first prize yet. Or even a third prize. Come on, give me something. Too bad, I don't even get a prize. That's the most insulting thing. When you're expecting a number to appear, like 5th prize, 4th prize, and then you get too bad instead. Fucking hell. Here we go. Spin as fast as you can. Come on. I don't think the speed that you spin is actually going to make a difference, just to be clear. 5th prize. This is pathetic. This is so pathetic and insulting. Yeah, strong medicine. Thanks. I am insulted, just to be really clear. I am insulted. So, unlocking Valgurt, which is the big mirror in the center, I believe requires us to clear all of the standard mirror bosses. I think that there is a renown requirement that might be higher than what we have, but I don't know for certain. All of these bosses do have a renown requirement. It's the first time that renown actually means anything, but I would actually contend that it remains meaningless, because by the end game you're going to have a lot of renown, and probably more than what's required for any of these. So renown needed 340, current renown 2,119. I mean, are you going to have less than 340 renown by the time you get to this boss? My guess is you wouldn't have less than that. Anyway, we've got 2 more bosses to kill. Let's do this one now. This is Nomeg. This is a boss that we've fought before. Just way faster. Way faster and more annoying. Let's do the best we can. Magna Shield. See what I mean? I'm not gonna fucking focal point you. Hitting these back, absolutely essential to this fight. If you don't hit these back, may as well give up. If you can't hit these back, figure out how to do it. It's going well so far. What I remember about this boss is that he doesn't summon anyone. He doesn't summon any small monsters, which means it's just you and him, which is a good thing. I prefer bosses like that. Get to 100, come on, fucking hell. Alright. have to keep on top of your health, even though you tend to get a bit absorbed in the fight. I knew I'd get the death blow from you, you fucker. Take that. I think that's going to be an extremely good score based on the clear time. I think based on the clear time more than anything else, that's going to be an extremely good score. May not be an X rank, but it will be close. It's close. I can improve, and you can see very clearly where I can improve. Look at that. 53% guard accuracy, and I still managed to get 16,000. Looks like clear time wasn't so much that. It wasn't really the clear time that did it. It was longest hit chain and my accuracy that did it. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Here I was saying my elemental stuff. Oh, auroral armor. Did I waste my money on my dragon armor? Let's find out. Do you think I wasted my money? I think auroral armor... Oh, I think it's 70-something defense. I think it's 75. I don't know where I'm getting that number from. I'm pulling it out of my ass from the distant recesses of my mind. But, oh, it's 88. I wasted my money on this thing. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, do not buy this. Do not buy this. It is a terrible idea to buy this. If you are able to clear Nomeg, this boss here, just clearing it, will give you this armor. Which is better than this thing in every single way. Because I was looking at this and thinking, hey, it gives you elemental reduction as well, which is really good, you know, maybe, I was thinking of the liquid metal armor. Nah, this is the, oh, Jesus. It's really annoying to have wasted my money like that, but I'm getting lots of money back, so there you have it. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for King Laten. Let's do it.
Scrutinize the enemy carefully. Stand your ground.
First try. You want to know how I did that? It's because I've done that a billion times before. A billion times. That shit is literally... I don't even know how to describe that. That is ingrained in me. Remember how I did absolutely horrifically against the Mirror Realm, the Mirror World location, even though I said in the past I used to be able to get it down perfectly? The way I was able to X-rank that first try for the first time in 5 years is because when you use that boss to grind to max rank, not once, not twice, but 3 or 4 times, it gets ingrained in you in a way that just, yeah, it won't leave you, put it that way. I could have done much better there. I think you can all see how I could have done better there. But guess what? There is a sword that you can get, which deals double damage to this monster. I got an X rank first try for the first time in 5 years with a weapon that is effectively dealing half damage. So, there you have it. There's the Metal King Helm. I've wasted my money again. Why do I spend my money on anything in this game? That is the question. Why do I do it? Oh well. That's King Laten, everyone. And there is Valgurt as an option. Metal King Helm. Check that out. What am I even doing? Auroral Armor, Metal King Helm. This shit just gets given to you. Do you know what I mean? Just gets given to you. Alright, I don't think I'll be getting a noble metal from you, but what is your renown requirement? Okay, 1,000. I have what I need. To put it mildly, I have what I need. So, Something that happened in that King Latem fight, which had nothing to do with King Latem himself and everything to do with Anlos, was that we unlocked a buddy blow. I think it's called a buddy blow. Now, what a buddy blow is, or a buddy something or other, whatever it is, it uses the word buddy. It is effectively a master stroke that uses your companion, and it is specific to your companion, and it will only unlock, I believe, at level 30 for that companion. Because I don't think Anlos is... what's his level? 33. Okay, he unlocked it at level 33. Everyone unlocks their buddy blow at a different rank. But Anlos has unlocked his, and I say we use it for this boss. Elemental Extremes is what it's called, and it's quite hard to get off. Because you'll remember the Figure of Fate uses a figure 8. Elemental Extremes does the same thing, but it's much harder to get it right. I don't know why.
I am Helgert, sovereign of serpents. That you stand before me now speaks highly of your strength.
I don't really know if it's worth actually speaking to this guy. This is Valgurt. This was the first boss that I ever saw of this game, just to be clear. And this is the reason why I actually got this game in the first place.
Scrutinize the enemy carefully.
See how easy it is to, like, accidentally fail to hit this monster? It feels like you're too far away to hit him, doesn't it? Just keep in mind that due to the nature of this fight, it is expected that you get a really good hit chain. So, get a really good hit chain. Don't just think, ah, well, it's so easy to get a hit chain, why bother? It's really the opposite. They expect you to get a good one, so if you just don't bother, then you're going to get a shit score. This is Elemental Extremes, MP cost 24. You can see that it's not just going to take your Master Stroke gauge, it will use Anlos's MP. So, I'm going to assume that because this is an Elemental Dragon, he's going to be fairly resistant to Lightning Storm. His center head is Lightning, his left head is Ice, his right head is Fire. So he's an Elemental Dragon, so I wouldn't use this on him. I'd probably use Figure of Fate. But you know what? Let's give this a try. Let's see what it does. I at least want to show it.
Elemental Extremes!
It's hard to do. Yeah, I didn't even get it to 100. Oh, thrust, yeah, right. What do we got, 230? I've got no idea. I don't know if that's good. What the fuck happened there? Just aim for the body. Don't aim for the head. Don't aim for the neck. For God's sake, don't aim for the neck. If you're aiming for that, something's gone wrong. Just aim for that big fat body down there. That's where you want to be setting your focal point. Magna Shield, obviously very helpful. Recommended. Might use it now. And also heal myself. Might be a plan. Still managed to fucking fail to... Alright. You can see that as a result of how much we are attacking and how much we are defending, we're constantly getting our Master Stroke gauge up. Imagine if we had that armband that increased our Master Stroke gauge. It's much easier to get. It's so weird. Same pattern, but Elemental Extremes is harder to actually get off. Okay, that's 161, so we don't want to do that. Definitely not that. So it's going to be either Elemental Extremes or our Lightning attack. Probably not, though. Probably not our lightning attack. I think each head has a different... Do you know what? That's true. I said that this is an elemental dragon, but do you know what? Each head is going to have a different elemental weakness.
Have a shield, boy. Use it.
See how fucking quick that was? That's only because I was effective. Oh, sorry, I thought we had just defeated it. I can get a much better score against Valgurt than this. This is so bad. This is horrifically shit. This is about as, this is like, let's imagine that there was a qualifying score and there was like getting into the finals. This wouldn't even be a qualifying score. This is just fucking, this is go home with your head hung and your pride shredded. That's how bad my performance has been against this fight. That's based on previous experience of fighting him with having really mastered this game. 80! 80! Fucking hell. Let's use elemental extremes. This is not what we want. This is a boss with 2 health bars, by the way. Yeah, we're definitely using elemental extremes. You definitely want Magna Shield for this. It's not required, but just keep in mind, it helps. A fairly obvious reason. He's going to grab you in his tail. Just keep slashing. As long as you were slashing at the start, you'll be fine. Magna Shield, please. And also heal me, Unless. Hopefully you're seeing the benefits of using Unless. He's very balanced. I'd like to level up Florette and Claymore so that you can see their buddy blow. Their buddy blows, plural. What an exciting fight, don't you think? This is probably the coolest fight of the game. There is a stronger version. Most of the bosses we've fought so far with the mirrors have a stronger version. But yeah. Fucking hell. It's really hard. Really hard. 191 for this damage. Whoa, how did I fuck that up so hard? That's not good. I don't think we'll rely on Unless going forward. Not because he's, you know, done a bad job or anything. I'm just saying that I probably won't use any magic water on him. I need to figure out if I can buy magic water from the Indian guy. Or the Punjabi guy, whatever the fuck you want to call him. The point is, he's Sikh, okay? And, I don't remember off the top of my head if he actually sells magic water. He may not. I've got a Master Stroke. This guy may not have 2 health bars, do you know? He may... I may be thinking of his upgraded version. Let's use Figure of Fate. Because I'll tell you what we're not fucking using. We're not using the lightning-based one. Figure of Fate. We're about to kill him. Oh no, he does have 2 health bars. Wow. Alright, we may have to heal Anlas's MP after all. Very good. I remember, I think it may have been in my 2019-2020 playthrough, I did think that it was his upgraded version that had the 2 health bars, and I thought this guy would die. Just like so, but no, that's not how that works. That's alright. I do have the ability to heal him, that's fine. Not great. You can see how much fucking health I lost with that. We are in a position at this point, however, to... do you know what? Let's use some of this. We've got a lot of strong medicines by now. Not on hand, but just in general. My shield has returned to its normal size. We're definitely going to use Magna Shield. Look at that. The expectation. Like, how the hell are you going to perform well enough to deal with all of that? If I saw a person get 100% accuracy in this fight, I would shit. I would absolutely shit. But do you know what? You've got absolutely crazy people in this world these days who can do like a no damage run in Elden Ring or something like that. People who can manage that, they can manage this for sure. As difficult it is for me to imagine, as difficult as it is for me to imagine a person getting 100% accuracy in this fight, if there are people out there who can, you know, use a fucking... What are some ridiculous examples? Like they can use a... Didn't someone use... I keep wanting to say like a Guitar Hero guitar. I don't think it's Guitar Hero. It must be something else. Maybe it is a Guitar Hero guitar. Someone use a Guitar Hero guitar to beat Dark Souls. I mean, if people are doing things like this, I just... Yeah. I think the standard for absolutely insane ability in a video game has just... Like, the bar has been risen beyond all comprehension at this point. But still, it would be incredible if someone could get 100% accuracy in this fight. Better damage than last time, it's still not 100%. I don't know what the hell is going on. Can you... Were you able to follow that? I couldn't follow that shit. I don't know what's going on. Hitting back those fireballs, so important. So important for this fight. If you're not doing that... I don't know what to tell you. Start doing that, is probably what I'd tell you. You can see, very interestingly, for the first time, I'm having my consumables depleted fairly effectively. But maybe this will be an opportunity for you all to see that, in fact, my consumables are not that plentiful. Oh. Oh, don't have the MP to use Elemental Extremes very well. Probably better that I'm saving it for healing, for example. I'm sure I'll be okay. I don't want to expend all of what I have. But technically speaking, even if I shat the bed, I would be able to succeed with my current materials. I've got 3 Yggdrasil dews. Ooh. Oh, that healed me actually. Alright. Oh, that heals him as well, does it? I see. I want to get hit by that then. Alright. We don't want to send that in his direction. I don't know if you noticed that, but basically the blue flame, if we get hit by it, it heals us. If we send it back to him, it heals him. So in a way, we're being rewarded for how long this fight is taking. We're being effectively given healing, but only if we know that it's healing. We need to actually keep track of the fact that it is healing. You can see that he's going back and forth between his ice and his fire head in dealing damage to us, which is quite difficult to deal with. Using all of his MP to keep us alive, really. Makes more sense at this point. How did I fuck that up so hard? It's not good. Unsurprisingly, I'll be getting my best hit chain by fighting this guy. He's a good boss, isn't he? He really is such a good boss. An absolute... just an amazing boss. So well done, in so many ways. Like, within the confines of Dragon Quest Swords and its... how do I describe it? I fucked that up for a few reasons, I apologise. Within the formula of Dragon Quest Swords, this boss is a masterclass. Really, really well done. I'm trying my utmost to actually get this shit on target. Just trying my utmost. And guess what? The fight's over. 645. 645 hits. And that's not 100% accuracy either. What have we got? Holy shit. Ladies and gentlemen, I am humbled by this boss. I was just given a B rank in that boss fight. As you can see, a longest hit chain of 645 means squat. An accuracy of 99% means squat. Evidently, my guard accuracy could have been better. My clear time was apparently shit. I thought it was okay, given the circumstances. I don't really know what to say. I think a B is a bit harsh. That's what I would say. I disagree with the B. It's all laid out very, very clearly as to why I got that rank, but do you know what? I think that's unfair. Anyway. Yeah. Lots of S's, long story short. Those are the next stage mirrors, which are, by the way, terribly challenging. They are challenging. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to see what I have in my inventory when I fill my pockets, because keep in mind, even though it looks like we didn't have much in our inventory, we have, in the meantime, been stocking a lot of stuff in our strongbox. So if I go to items, fill pockets, let's see what we've got. It's not maxed out. Gonna have to buy some stuff. That's alright. How much gold have we got? 28,116. You will have noticed that we actually got an orichalcum stick before. It is actually a weapon. It currently has 20 damage. Do you know what? I've never used an orichalcum stick in battle. Almost tempted to give that a try. Guys, I have to do it. I've never done it before. And do you know what? I have a feeling that I'm about to make history today. It's not that impressive. It's not something to write home about, as they say. But I think I'm going to be the first person on YouTube in its long history to to record Dragon Quest swords while using the Orichalcum stick as an actual weapon. I'm gonna do it. And I do so unapologetically. I'm so curious to see what it looks like that I'm gonna take on Caliburn Cave with the Orichalcum stick. I want to see what it looks like when I slash with it. I want to see what it looks like when I unsheath it. Because undoubtedly they have gone to the trouble. Oh, look at this, you can actually access all of this shit now. I don't need to actually go up that way, I can just... Yeah, okay. Anyway, they have undoubtedly gone to the trouble of drawing the detailed picture of the Orichalcum stick for sheathing and unsheathing. But 99.99% of people who play this game are never going to see that shit. Well, here I am. That's what it looks like. I can probably return home now, can't I? Yeah. Oh, that's quite silly, isn't it? That's quite ridiculous. Let's do an Orichalcum... No, we gotta do it. We gotta do an Orichalcum stick run of Caliburn Cave. It has to be done. That's kind of cool, though. Well, no, let's just return home. Do you know why? Because I'm not... Oh, in the middle of battle, true. I can't do it in the middle of battle. That's just bad form, isn't it? Whatever, man. Whatever. Look at that. It's so angular. There you go. Returning to town because... Fuck that. I made the decision to return to town because A, it's a bit of a waste of time, and B, I wasn't going to get a better score than I already had done in the past. I could just sense it, I could feel it. That I wasn't going to perform better, so... Yeah, well that's the Orichalcum stick, everyone. The strongest sword in the game upgrades from this. It's not this thing, it's this thing that upgrades into the strongest weapon. The rusted sword here, the Metal King sword that comes from the rusty old sword, that is the weapon that deals double damage to King Latam. That really is the only benefit associated with that sword. I mean, obviously, if you're upgrading into that from, say, the Wrath of Zeus, you're going to get huge benefits from it. It's going to be considerably stronger than what you already had, but if you're upgrading this, and quite frankly, under most circumstances, as I recall, I could be wrong, you're going to be upgrading into the Dragon King sword from the Orichalcum stick before you upgrade to the Metal King sword from the Rusted Iron sword. So, let's see what we need. 50,000 gold to start with. This is, by the way, I've said it before, I'll say it again. Ahaha. It only needs 2 noble metal. Okay. I will take on your challenge. I will take on your challenge. 50,000 gold, well, I can make that easily. With my gold bars. I think I needed gold bars for that. I probably should have checked more carefully. I was only looking at Orichalcum and noble metals. It's 4 Orichalcum, which I don't yet have, but can easily acquire. And 2 noble metals. And... Indeed. 50,000 gold, which I can very easily acquire by selling my gold bars, which I should have in considerable supply. Okay, let's equip our strongest sword as of this moment, which is the Wrath of Zeus. And see how we go with Durgib. This is Valgurt Nedlog up here. No fucking way we can kill him now. Absolutely no fucking way. No way can I kill Valgurt Nedlog now. But I can probably kill Durgib. It's going to be hard, but I'll give it a try. I meant to do some purchasing, but that's alright. Let's do some sizzing. I've done it too soon. Whoops. as you can see, much harder to sizz him, isn't it? Look at how much more damage he's dealing to me as well. It can still be done. See? Like so. It's possible. You can see, probably. I think it's obvious, but look how little damage I'm dealing to him with what is currently my strongest weapon. But the only way I'm going to get noble metals is by killing this guy, so I kind of have to do this. I really have to do this. This is going to be hard. Let's see if I succeed. If I don't, so be it. Didn't quite get 100. That was pretty high. Pretty good. 204. This is just not gonna work, is it? This isn't gonna work. I can sense that it's not, and I'll tell you why. One of the only reasons why I'm able to deal as much damage as I'm dealing now is because I'm making use of Sizz. But, oh, I got a vial of magic water, that's good. I was about to say that. I'm lacking in vials of magic water. That's my greatest concern here. There will come a point in the fight, just to be very clear, where I can't really do this anymore. It's going to be about the halfway point in his health. But that may or may not be problematic, and I'll tell you why. At about the halfway point, we will be forced to hit back some of his attacks. He's going to have some ranged attacks. If we get hit by them, that's extremely bad news, because I think he's very strong. Based on our current... Oh my god. No, I will accept that. Link dies! This is my first death. As you can see, I can use a Yggdrasil leaf. I'm not going to do it, because I will not try again. I'm not strong enough yet. I think it is now pretty clear that the difficulty increase is immense once you go to these purple mirrors. So, the solution generally is to King Latem. Over and over and over again. So you just do King Latem until you can kill those guys and get noble metals and get more stuff. Ooh, not doing very well this time. I still got him. I'm not going to X-rank this one. That's alright. That's probably how I'm going to finish up this live stream. We're going to do a little bit of King Latem. You can skip that, by the way. You just press A and B at the same time, skips it. So yeah, doing King Latem, what that essentially does is it increases your overall health, and also makes Anla stronger. Gives him more MP. So, getting the Metal King's Sword, this is the hardest thing, getting noble metals. Maybe if you do really well against Valgurt, you can get noble metals.
Scrutinize the enemy carefully.
You can still kill him here, by the way. Oh, I've played your game for far too long, King Latem, motherfucker. His attacks do change slightly. His attacks to... Oh, I shouldn't say his attacks. His evasive maneuvers will change slightly, you see. That's the worst case scenario. What we just got there, but it's still better than failure. Still better than failure. I'm not going to save because... speeds it up if you don't save. If you're grinding King Latem, it's better to not save. I mean, save every now and again, obviously. In case something weird happens with your Wii. But for the most part... Oh, I can sense that this is the best... Oh. My performance is not actually in line with how good the AI is. I shouldn't say the AI. You know what I mean. It's all chance-based, right? There were a combination of things allowed me to get an X rank the first try. The first, obviously, was how favourable the movements of King Latem were. This was like the same degree of favourability, but with lower performance. But yeah, there you go. The most important thing that you're seeing here, ladies and gentlemen, is 3 mini medals per completion. Slowly but surely, we will actually acquire the mini medals to buy the liquid metal armor. And that's really what we're banking on here. Getting the liquid metal armor is going to make a big difference to all of our other confrontations going forward.
Scrutinize the enemy carefully. The enemy is faltering.
The enemy is indeed faltering. You can also speed up how quickly the sword is sheathed. I don't know. I actually don't know how that was better. I think it was the hit chain. I think the longest hit chain of 6 is what gave me a better score than last time. Got another Yggdrasil leaf. If you X rank it, you get 6 mini medals. I'll save that one. It's not like I'm going to lose progress, unless something truly catastrophic happens with my Wii, or I get a random power outage, but you can see we're at 38 mini medals. If I get to 100, which I will at some point manage, I'll be able to get armor that makes those other mirrors much more easy to deal with. I'm going to go for the best possible... Well, I'm not going to get the best possible hit chain now. You can see that there are very strange circumstances in which King Latem will actually evade your attack. I managed to get 6 this time around as well. That's pretty good. That may still be an X rank. See how quickly I can sheathe my sword if I want to. There you go. You can imagine how high my score can get if I use the sword that deals double damage to this thing. Fuck it now. Pretty good stuff. And I don't have to worry about not having enough gold. Because the amount of gold bars I'm getting, I can just sell that shit off. See this? I can sell those for a pretty penny. I really can. So this is, I would say, and I'm not going to say this for certain, but I'm about 98 to 99% certain that if you want to succeed in the other mirrors, managed to get a 7 this time. Let's just go for the kill. We got a 7 hit chain, so this might even be better than last time. I don't know about clear time. Sorry, I'm a bit distracted from the last point. But let me just say that I may actually get a better score this time. Let's find out. Because I've got a hit chain of 7. If I'm getting 6 mini medals every time, 100 is becoming a little more attainable, isn't it? Doesn't sound as far away. Alright, so I can't quite remember what I was saying. I've become a bit distracted, but I was in the middle of explaining something. That's right, I don't know if it's technically possible to succeed in this game without effectively training your character on King Latem, but yeah. Let's try to get an even better score. No, it's not going to happen with this one. Let's just aim for the completion. Aim for the completion. Be aggressive, but also accurate.
Surely the enemy must fall.
What? That's terrible. And I fucked it up. That's alright. That's a good example of what I would call an unusual, a very unusual movement from King Latem. He usually doesn't move like that. I could have gotten him in the end, but that's alright. Doesn't happen often. This could be the golden one. No, you go, mate. Ah, he fucked me up again. Should've just gone for the hit.
Stand your ground.
It's still going to be 7. This may still be an X rank, you know. I don't know about the clear time, but definitely... Well, no, it's going to be an X rank. But it may not be better than my top score. Let's find out. I reckon... 20,000? Maybe? Oh, no. Just shy. Just shy of 20,000. Okay. As you can see, we're already more than halfway there to the number of mini medals that we need. I'm not going to continue doing this for much longer. We're already 3.5 hours into this live stream. I remember that I was able to pretty much do the entire game plus all of this stuff in many fewer live stream recordings than what I've got here. I'd love to get a fucking 8 hit chain. I would absolutely love that. I'm going to try for that. I know you're going to evade for that one. Nah, I don't think an 8 hit chain is going to work unless I've got the Metal King sword. Can I get him? Dick. I shouldn't be greedy. I shouldn't be going for hit chains. The only reason why that happened was because I knew that at a certain point, when he stops in front of you like that, he's going to evade your attack, okay? And so instead of attacking him and losing my hit chain, I waited, which drags on the fight and resulted in failure in that particular case. So, just need to not get greedy. If we're lucky enough to get an 8 hit chain, hey, we'll be hitting 22 to 23,000 without the Metal King sword, which is pretty amazing. Pretty incredible stuff, but whatever. We'll be doing quite well if we manage to get this one. Okay, we just got it. That's just before he ran off. But yeah, in my opinion, absolutely essential that you're actually grinding this boss for the end game. I can't imagine a I can't imagine a situation where you wouldn't be doing it, because yeah, you either are going to be fighting those bosses extremely, extremely slowly, or you're going to be grinding somewhere else that's less efficient. So just grind this guy. This is what they intend for you to do, I think. Surely.
Scrutinize the enemy carefully.
Wow, this is a really troublesome version of King Latem.
Surely
What
the
a
enemy
bastard.
will soon.
Alright. Well, guys, I think that's going to conclude it. I really do. I don't know what you can expect to see when I next go live, because I will probably do some King Latem in my own time. That's how I always do it, because I don't want to subject you guys to constant grinding of the same boss. You know, once you've seen it 10 times, you've seen it 100 times. You really have. So, I'm not going to subject you to that. But what I can say is that when you next see me, I will have the liquid metal armor, because I will have used 100 of my mini medals to get it. And I do, by the way, feel truly sorry for any person who, for whatever reason, actually grinded 100 mini medals
Scrutinize the enemy
in the early game. Like, let's say where you're getting mini medals like individually from grass or something like that. Like maybe 2 mini medals per run of Seacass Sea Cove. Oh shit. If you're getting like 2 mini medals per run of Seacass Sea Cove and you've done that to get 100 mini medals, like, I'm so sorry, but this is where you get them. And yeah. I will have the liquid metal armor by the time you see me next. And as for what else, look, I don't know what level I'm going to be at. My guess is in the 70s or the 80s in terms of level. I'm not going to forge any weapons without you being present for it. Almost got 8 there. I could have gotten 8. This is still going to be extremely good. This score that you're seeing here, extremely good. What I hate is the idea that I might get a better score than I've managed to acquire so far without you guys being present. See that? You know, if I had stopped back there, you wouldn't have seen this. But yeah, managed to get 23,000. It's a mixture of luck and also technique, because, yeah, you develop a technique for getting accurate with this boss, but also, the way he moves is entirely down to chance. So, yeah, anyway. That's it for this live stream, and I hope you guys have all enjoyed. Look, I have enjoyed returning to Dragon Quest Swords. Keep in mind that when I do actually finish Dragon Quest Swords here in the regular game, and I kill Edda Sophix, I will be returning in payback mode. I'm going to do another live stream in payback mode, and that's going to be... Ooh, this is going to be a failed run. Possibly. Ooh. Unless I get him here. Come on. Yeah. Cool. So, yeah, I'm going to do payback mode after this, and that essentially means redoing the game again with a new sword. So, lots more to watch and enjoy. Thumbs an A rank. Ugh. Fucking A rank. Still got my mini medals though. You're always going to get 3. But yeah, I thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time I'm playing Dragon Quest Swords or anything else that you'd like to see on the Doom Link channel. Bye bye for now.